right now, slow.
Press E.
Oh, thank you.
And then shift click your armor spots at the top left.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And then if you have an empty hand, go ahead and right click one of the stairs here. You'll be able to sit down.
Damn. Homie Luke fly.
Damn!
I like
I'll
Quack.
be right
sound,
behind you.
but Your outfit's good, Quack.
Oops, I made you sit. Never made you unsit.
It's actually my default skin.
Pretty sick.
Alright, notice you should be good. Minotaka should be good. Ernie's logging on, right? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm going to be in the server in about 2 seconds here.
Let's go. 1, 2. Let's
I,
go.
by the way, whoever, well, okay. I wanted to teleport everyone who isn't, or everyone back to the spawn when we start, but do we not want GMs to get teleported?
Yeah, no chance.
Okay, well, never mind.
I am here.
You can just have like people TP here, and because we still have the map, right? So you can just check the map
No.
if there's anyone that's not here. No, we don't.
No, there's gonna be a warp, or everyone can do the warp. Literally, everyone is just locked in a box right now. So,
Yeah, I see that.
but everyone who needs like their nickname change should go back. So like, Bravo, I got you. What do you want to be called? Just Captain Bravo, or?
Put him as Kyle.
Okay.
Dicey, what are you wearing?
Bedroom's good.
If you wanna, I don't know if you can give me those powers, slow, but if you wanna try to give me just powers to help change names, I can help.
We're gonna do front desk here. So, Ryan, are you ready to release the horde yet?
GM picture.
I'm ready.
Yeah, you guys should do that probably. So just sit here, Ryan. People should come up to you and tell you what they want their name to be.
Ernie needs St. Paul.
Is Ernie on?
Yeah.
Turn
I am turning Ernie.
Hey everybody, I'm gonna drop the link and staff. If you guys can just go upload this Reddit post if you have Reddit, that would be sick.
Yo, slow, is it okay if I send a list of names that I'm accumulating that need to be changed still for you? See it's organized or?
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Which front desk? The one with the one in the subway station?
I'm putting them in the Minecraft chat for you.
Nick Calster should be Calster. Who's Reg, isn't it? What's
Dominus Reg.
Dominus
Dominus.
Reg should be. Does he just want Reg?
I would just.
I guess that's fine.
Reg, yeah.
Do I need to do anything for my name?
Who?
Turn Ernie.
No, you're fine. That's your name. Right?
Okay,
So-
should be good, right?
Alright.
Yep, as long as you're sitting down, you
Who
should
is-
be set.
Who is Alec?
Al A1 Ek the Great. with an
Okay.
H. So I think.
Should he
probably
just be
change it to an
Alec,
Al. I
I
don't
it's
know,
Alex.
Terry.
Or does he want
Alex.
Alec?
Yeah, so you could just do.
Okay, it's changed. And then who was the other one you said? Seer. Nick. Is it just Seer or what?
It's Seer underscore up is what.
Is it-
names
he just
And
wants
it's just
Seer, though?
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
Seer. I don't know what these people want. I'm just telling you what their names are normally.
Well, that's
Rocket.
all I want their name.
Yeah, and then you could change Ryu underscore Protex to just like without the underscore maybe if you want, but I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter.
Do my
Oh,
camera
and-
get fixed?
Raider King Raider King I is just Raider as well.
Okay, I'm gonna open it up. I think. Are we ready to open it up or no?
Let's do it.
Dude, there's 41 people.
Is the
on
We
stream
have.
be going yet?
What are we
Do
opening
we
up?
actually have 42 players on? That's sick.
Hopefully the
Oh
server doesn't-
jeez.
I think Broja is starting the stream with them probably.
Hey GMs,
Yeah.
good luck and have fun. I'm gonna head out of here.
See ya,
Thank you.
Papa.
See ya, Papa.
Wait, do we know that Rochester is like misspelt in Dicey's name?
Is it?
Rochester.
What?
Yes.
Wait, what? What did I do?
Ooh,
Rocket.
did this.
That's funny. I'll change that real
An
quick.
outrage.
ROCHESTER.
Just put
It's
a-
ROCHESTER.
I want it to be Brockester.
Stop.
Chill.
All right, is it good now?
Let's go. Yep.
Yes, that's better.
All right. If you notice any other spelling mistakes, let me know.
Hold on, I gotta open the stream.
Raider's name could still be changed if you want. I mean, I know you're doing other stuff.
Are we live yet?
Yeah.
We are live.
Okay.
Are we?
Were you muted or?
I would.
We're
think
not in
so.
the call with them.
Yeah, they're.
Oh,
Oh.
gotcha.
Well, I'll join them in a second or whatever when we're starting.
I think they're gonna do like a little Probably a countdown thing, I guess.
They're doing an introduction.
Yeah. Starts in 6 minutes 30 seconds.
Where are we putting in our draft picks?
We say it on stream.
Oh well,
You guys want
normally
to do a super speed draft to be done by 5:30?
Oh yeah, let's go.
I meant just like in
Please
years
don't, 'cause
past
I have
where we
to
just
change a
put
lot of
them in
crap.
and then.
No, I will
Okay.
verbally say them, I assume.
All right.
All right, let's
Yeah,
get
but
let's open this
somebody's
up.
recording them, hopefully somewhere.
Ryan,
so
get
we,
ready
like,
for the
Fuck
horde.
you, Prussia.
Make sure.
So with
Elf,
the,
who are you gonna pick?
Whoever you don't pick.
Adam.
so Taro and me and Broja, are we all just gonna not go up for our picks for the first one? You think, or
I think you
I
go
mean,
up.
I think we have Karan announce it, or would that just be too much?
I mean, I think we could just go up. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
If they both are down with it too. It doesn't matter
Just-
really.
Play it stone cold in the third person. Feel like I'm proud to announce my first round pick for season 5. Notice. And just back to your
Yeah,
seat.
I don't
something
think
like
I'm gonna
that.
go third. I think we're just gonna say myself. We're not gonna do third person. That's what Taro and I talked about at least. But
Did we?
I was trying to be funny,
I
but
thought
we
so.
didn't.
I was gonna do a third person.
sorry, I didn't.
Alright.
I guess I didn't get the joke. My
Then
bad.
we-
This would like to.
I would like for all of you guys to come down on the floor if you aren't already. So I think we just need Tibbles down here. And then I would like all of us to join the Draft Voice channel and mute up. Any questions or need any reminders on draft procedures?
Can I be in there and just mute myself so I know when to switch the thing?
Yep.
What's
Ambrose, are we gonna get called up, or do we just go after the other one's done?
You just go after when the other one's done. You'll hear the dinger in the actual chat from Sleeveless Ken's like voice thing, whatever he's using.
Yo, Tibbles, you gotta get in your spot. Tibbles.
Tibbles.
Cowboys.
Sit your damn
Shut up.
seat.
Sit in your damn
got
seat,
it.
son.
You said go to draft voice and mute up.
Jesus.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
Just drag me, I'll mute.
Yeah.
Hey, wait. Is there? How do you get in the server? Is it M and? Permission required. Is there a password required?
No.
All right. I think stream will be live here in roughly 4 minutes. Conundrum, you here?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Conundrum and Karin.
How do I change my
late.
skin?
That's fine. We don't have to worry about that now.
No.
It's
Here,
too
if
late.
you want to
Conundrum,
share your screen, I
Yeah.
can help you.
come up in this room, take an empty hand, and right-click the seat. Yep. And you guys will pretty much just be sitting here the entire time and just commentating over the event. Reminder to keep an eye out for when general managers walk up to make their pick. They, when you see them doing it, just send the broadcast down. So oh, here is yada 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 with their pick, right?
Okay.
And then they'll unmute and make their pick. And I think all the general managers know their procedures here. So yeah, have fun, everybody.
Am I just going up right away, or is Karin gonna say something?
Whenever.
I mean,
Well, 5:15 is when pick timer starts.
All right. So do you want an intro for it?
Yeah, it'll be 15 minutes. You can invite anybody up there if you'd like. You have power to open that door.
Okay. And then our GM's gonna DM their picks, or where we?
No,
where
they'll
we
be
gonna go?
speaking on this podium, so you'll be able to hear it since we're all in this voice chat.
Okay. Sick.
Okay, I'm gonna just follow your lead because I don't know who's who. I'm gonna be honest. I can't tell because of the skins.
We have a list of the order.
What slider is going to turn off that horrible slurping noise every 20 seconds?
Are you talking about the bird? Probably.
That
Probably
players or blocks or
yeah,
something?
turn players down to 0.
Broja, can you just drag Ryan here too? He'll be muted.
And I mean, if you need to, you could just turn master volume down to 10.
I mean, true. I didn't know if that would matter.
Do we have a list of draft order anywhere?
Yeah, here I'll send you guys the sheet. Everything will be on this.
Okay.
It should be in that GM as well. But yeah, there's.
Zero
Look
Vibes
at
has a sword.
drafted players in draft, and GMs. Make sure you take a peek at General Manager chat if you haven't already. I explained like what I'm going to be doing with the draft list and how I'm going to highlight players red and whatnot.
Ooh, perfect. It's just what I needed.
I guess, do we have like a listed order of GMs that'll go up? So like for the first one, I know Quack is. I know after that's Taro.
I can type it up to you.
Okay, that'd be sick.
I think it goes in order of the tables here.
It does, yeah.
Also, there is if you look at like Slip had a draft pick thing that has draft pick order.
Let's see. Slip had one.
Ryan, here I'm about to DM you on this where you can easily find it.
Okay.
We're about to go live.
Okay, sick.
Here, I'll take.
All right, guys. So I am just getting to going live here with the Discord audio. Who's going to be starting out everything?
I think I will.
All right, Karen. Okay, let me take a look here. All right, I will transition over to the round 1 screen. And I believe everyone's talking. You're going to talk for about 15 minutes. Is that what we're doing here?
Yep.
And then draft will start at 5:15?
Correct. 3-minute timers per pick.
All right. I am going to cut live and I'll do a 3 count for you. All right. Audio will go live in 3, 2, 1.
All right, welcome everybody to the MNCS Premier Draft. Today I have the privilege of hosting alongside Mr. John Combine Conundrum.
Yes, absolutely. No, it's a privilege to be here with you today as well. My boy Karin. We're gonna have some fun today. I think it's gonna be interesting. There's gonna be it's gonna be an interesting draft. Honestly, it's just so many names, so many playmakers available up for grabs. It's gonna be really scary. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's been a lot of predictions going around, a lot of hype built up about this draft. Season 5, it feels like just yesterday was the first season, so crazy to see that we've, come such a long way. But, right off the bat, Conundrum, what are some things that we should be looking out for tonight?
Yeah, I mean, right off the bat, Quack. First pick, Bemidji Lumberjacks. There's a solid like 3 or 4 players that I think can go right away.
Right.
And, honestly, it's kind of a pick any one of them and you'll be good, I think. But most notably Vanish, of course, my boy from season 4. More than likely going first, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I do have the list of players and their different ratings, but a lot of the time it's difficult to just go off the rating. There is a lot of things that go into a GM's decision of making, who they want on their roster. Sometimes it can be chemistry, ability to work together in a team dynamic. And again, having that ability to compete at the top of a competitive environment is huge as well. I'm also very curious. This first round pick could honestly go any way. And a big thing I want to mention is there's actually a good amount of players that joined in kind of last minute without a big chance to show the GMs what they've got. So there might be some sleeper picks, some surprise picks throughout the night as well. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people were at combines yesterday. Were you at that massive combine yesterday night?
Yes, I was. I had to be there for the last day of combines. It was just a little celebration.
Mr. John Combine himself. But a lot of hype, and honestly, I just, before we get into things, I just want to give a big shout out to the community. I mean, literally every second I look at the MNCS Discord, it is just popping. We got people playing threes, running 6-mans, asking any combines basically every other minute. But people that are dedicated, wanting to get into things, get back into the swing of competitiveness. We saw how crazy LAN was for Season 4. That was an absolute pleasure to be a part of, and seriously, something to look forward to. So, again, a lot of hype surrounding this league. But going into the draft order here, right, there's going to be some interesting picks. I guess, is there any player that sticks out to you that you think might be a sleeper of the night? This could be a good chance to maybe show the audience some of our knowledge here.
Sleeper of the night. I would say, just looking at, playing with people in combines, I would say Slip could go pretty early. Slip had a really good combine performance. Solid all-around player. Won CLMN last season. So I think his draft stock is really gone sky high this preseason.
Yeah, I agree. Slip is on that stonks meta. I mean, I've been playing against the man in ranked. I've been playing with him, at the University of Minnesota. Got my ass whooped. I apologize my language against him in the CLMN. So, really, really standout player. I also think could be a really good sleeper pick. And, just all around a really fun person to be around. On my list, it's definitely difficult to look at, but I'm going to have to say my teammate from last season, Ledge, might be one of the biggest sleeper picks here. Word has it that he grinded all the way to 1800 last night. And is still climbing up the ladder in ranked. So, the man has only just started to get back into the swing of things. And I think that he could seriously show some great action here in Premier. But yeah, no, I'm just excited to get things going. Again, we got Quack on deck with the Bemidji Lumberjacks. And throughout, we have had a lot of predictions going through. So, make sure that we get those predictions in. Check out all of the draft predictions to see how close our community members got. But I guess, what else do we got going on tonight? Because we got a pretty action-packed event here.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty stacked. So yeah, we're gonna start out. First round, we've got, I'll just name the first 5, then we'll go from there. We got Bemidji, Hibbing, St. Cloud, Bloomington, and Mankato. And yeah, we've got a couple new franchises this season too, don't we? We have expanded the league, which is very interesting. Just noticing the new logos, and we're just getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, the logos are beautiful. They are so clean. Just watching up from this top deck view here, we got the tables with the logos. They are looking shiny. They are looking nice. And just a quick reminder about how this draft works. Again, we have a snake draft. Where we're starting from Quack. It's going to snake around as we go through all 3 picks from each GM. We do have GMs though that will be picking themselves for their first overall pick. And so some of those GMs being Taro, Ambrosia, and Notice. Again, so, through their first round, they're going to be choosing themselves on their team. So It could make things a little bit interesting when looking at the player list, who they got to go with for round 2, round 3. But, sometimes that's just the sacrifice you got to make if you're going to be both an insane player and a GM. So it's going to be interesting to see that. But yeah, looking at this list, I mean, so many players. I want to see if we can get a final count on players registered for this season. I want to say it's honestly a record because I've never seen this many players on any of our lists for MNCS. So I'm about to get confirmation here about the list. 148 members signed up to compete in MNCS. I mean, that is insane.
Yeah,
that is absolutely insane.
That's incredible. And just in the last few days, we've had a couple really good players actually join us too. Most notably, sorry if I forgot anyone, but Fuego and Four. I had the privilege of playing with both of them this week, and they're very, very good. They're very solid picks. So will be interesting to see where those guys will go now that they're in the mix.
Yeah, no, for sure. There are some new players that could be pretty hot on the field. I'm excited to see that as well. But for those of you that are tuning in or are maybe a bit newer to MNCS or are not really sure how it works, I think we can give a little bit of a rundown of what we're doing here today, why we're even drafting players, and a look into what happened last season and why this is so exciting, why we have so many players just waiting to see what the picks are going to be. So looking back at last season, looking into this season, what can some of the players expect to see?
So, wait, sorry, run that by me again.
Essentially, I just want to know personally, and for our audience back at home, what can we expect to see this season for MNCS? As far as how are they going to be competing? What do these teams even mean?
Okay, yeah, no, I mean, just in general, the competition has just gotten so much better. Everyone's improving, and all these new players coming in. It's just really exciting. It just makes you want to get even better. But yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. And every week, these teams are gonna have matchups that they play against, really competitive. And I don't know why, for some reason, I keep getting booted out of my seat here, but I'll try my best to stay seated. I you know what? I'm just so excited. I'm so excited to be here today. I just can't sit still. Really, that's just all that.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Let's stand and show our excitement here. But I will ask though. Maybe the audience is wondering. Can we talk about the skins here? What's with the default Steve skin?
Yeah. I just bought Minecraft. like a week ago. So I'm still kind of getting used to the whole thing. I actually can't believe just the venue itself that we're in right now, and all the time it must have taken to actually make this stuff because it looks ridiculous. It looks awesome. I love it.
It is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. That's awesome though. I'm glad not only to welcome you here in the booth, but to welcome you to the Minecraft community as well. I mean, we have to remember we do have a Minecraft community that is currently absolutely bussin'. Make sure to check out that Discord link. We have it in the MNCS server if you have not joined yet, and join our Minecraft server here to watch live in our stadium. But I'm just excited to get things going here. Hopefully we can get started here. And hey, if you want to join the server, MNMC.us, that's the IP if you want to join. Make sure to do that if you are currently watching on stream and not here already. We got a lot of people here live right now, so it should be fun. But yeah, just a few minutes out. John Combine, any other words? Any other words for of wisdom? Words for the crowd?
Absolutely. Just want to say, if you're not a part of this community, you need to get in right now. This is honestly probably the best community in Rocket League, bar none, in the country, I think. And if you're in the area, you're curious, please join us. We welcome anybody. Doesn't matter what skill. And yeah, we just love it. Love one another. Brotherly love. It's good stuff. It's been fun.
Yeah, it really is, and the community is honestly one of the biggest reasons I do it. You know, the LAN atmosphere, the atmosphere when we're in service together, playing six mans, just having a good time. It cannot be beat. I totally agree with you on that.
You can see in the Minecraft chat, everyone with the hearts going out. Yeah, we're just one big community. Just awesome to see.
But we should be getting in here really soon with our first pick. Just 2 minutes out. And I am wondering, both in Minecraft chat and Twitch chat, who are we expecting to see for the number 1 pick of the MNCS? This person is going to have the most inflated ego of the season. So remember, be careful with your choice here. Because that will happen. That is always a side effect of number 1 pick. All right, I'm seeing we're getting some grape. Quack, okay. Quack number 1 picks himself. Okay.
That'd be the ultimate ego move right there.
You'd love to see it. The app, I can see that. Grape really thinking he's gonna get it. Reg. A lot of good guesses here. I'm excited to see who gets it right here. I think Quack picking himself could be the ultimate gamer move. I'm not gonna lie. I would do it. But then again, you guys have seen me pick teams for combines, so I'm not sure how well my word comes across here. But
hey, if anything, you get to show the mentality of a player who has to play against stacked teams in combines. So
yeah.
So you're just testing the mental, all right? That's what you're doing, right? That was smart. Just testing to see how people would react playing against, Vanish and like AO and whatever teams you made.
Right. But yeah, and make sure to remember, after this event, we will be having an after party on the boat. I've been told that exclusive information from Mr. Slow himself. So stick around after. We are going to have an absolutely killer rave on what seems to be the biggest yacht in Minecraft. But it looks like we're ready to get stuff going. We got Quack on the stage. Pick number 1. Quack, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm ready to get this started. Are you ready?
You're ready to get this started? Hey, hold on.
Absolutely. I am so excited.
I gotta check with Conundrum first, but you know what? If Conundrum's ready, I'm ready. We're all ready for you, Quack. Kick us off. Who is gonna be our number 1 pick of the season?
All right. I'd like to start by saying I'm super glad to be back as the GM of Bemidji Lumberjacks. Last season was incredible for both the league and for the franchise. If I had my way, I'd bring everyone back again. But unfortunately, that's not going to be possible. I'm going to start the draft doing it that way, though. So the first overall pick of the MNCS Season 5 draft is going to be my personal pick for Season 4 MVP. He finished the season with a stunning 428 points per game. I'd like to welcome Zebra back to the Bemidji Lumberjacks.
Absolutely. Yep. And that's a pick that people probably saw coming. Zebra, just a monster all around player. Really good to start with. You can just build a team off his back.
Number 1 player, Zebra. He's gonna have to change his name in Discord now. He's the number 1 player. That is something to get, something to accomplish. Huge shout out to Quack, first of all, making that first pick. Everybody might be saying, hey, Quack gets the easy pick. There's a lot of pressure because there are so many talented individuals, so many good options. But big shout out, Zebra gets that first pick. He earned that spot. And I'm excited, especially getting a little bit of that older representation. We got some people in their teens, got some people in their later 20s, some in their 30s, some in their 40s, right? But it's nice to see some of us older generation Rocket League players really getting that representation in. So big shout out.
Yep. And I would say Zebra again, all arounder, just a really solid pick. And then you can build, you can put your skill players in, you get your last man and maybe like a crackhead of some sort. There's so many there's so many cracked players just looking down the list that having that rock in Zebra is just it's too good to pass up, honestly.
Yeah, no, that's gonna make things interesting, and I wonder how much that changes things for our next picks here for the next GMs to choose. Maybe that was their pick. Maybe they're shuffling around their papers, figuring out how they got to change this up. But we do move on to the next one. Again, a reminder that since our number 2 pick is from Taro did end up picking himself on the MNCS squad. So we're going to be moving right on to the 3rd pick of the night, representing the St. Cloud Flyers. On stage right now, we got Prussia. How you doing, Prussia?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Honestly, couldn't be happier.
Fantastic.
Seriously.
Well, I'm
Are
happy
you
to
ready?
get this thing on the road. We'll keep going right down the line.
All
I
right,
know there's
Prussia.
been a lot of anticipation over my pick. A lot of people have been very frustrated that I'm not telling them who I'm picking. But wait no longer. With the 3rd overall pick of the MNCS Premier Draft, the St. Cloud Flyers would like to welcome Mako.
Oh.
Thank you.
Wow. That's a little surprising for me, actually. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm not gonna lie, I have seen the chemistry built over the years between Prussia and Mako, from going to lands, hitting up canes together, seeing the conversations going. It almost seemed obvious to me, Mako being a staple of the community for a while, being an absolutely cracked out individual, farming me in 6-mans personally. To be fair, it might be surprising to some, but the overall, for it being Prussia, for it being Mako, this makes total sense to me, and I'm happy to see it happen. 3rd pick overall, we got Mako. That is just incredible. I wonder though, seeing that was our number 10 rated individual, that might change up a lot of things again, right? Because number 5 is gone, number 10 is gone, kind of middle of the pack choices. So, this could really shift some things around for other GMs. But coming up, it looks like on deck, who do we got here? We got the Bloomington Maulers coming up for the next pick. But I'm interested, when are we going to start getting into that top 3 players? When do you think those are going to start getting picked?
Yeah, I mean, so far it's been a little bit conservative. Still a lot of killers on this list here of people that need to be drafted. And, just thinking about it, Prussia, Mako, obviously old teammates. The synergy is there. And, just like McDonald's, Mako, it's just Prussia's comfort food. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just a comfort pick. Everybody loves Mako. He's just so good. And just a privilege to play with him last season, too. Really good.
Absolutely. And honestly, a privilege to be on the pitch with any of these players here. But as soon as I get the go-ahead, we will be introducing the next one. It looks like on stage we are ready. And Conundrum, please do the honor of announcing our 4th draft pick in our GM.
Sir. 4th round pick, Mr. GM for the Bloomington Maulers, Heretic. What do you got for us?
Good evening, gentlemen. How you guys doing?
Superb. Very,
That's
very
great.
nice.
That's great. It's good to see you guys. Good to everyone that join us in Minecraft. Honored to be here. Honored to be a GM. I would first like to say that it's going to be a nice journey experiencing this with everybody. And with saying that, something that I wanted to make sure that I did was to bring in a winning culture to Bloomington and ensure that we aren't just starting from the ground. We're building on things that have already been accomplished. And by saying that, I would like to for my first pick, I would like to announce my first pick as AO, soon to be 3-timer, MNCS. Thank you very much.
Wow. Fantastic
Bold
pick.
statement coming out of our 4th pick. Wow,
Yeah.
AO.
Wow. Yep, AO, the 2-timer, looking for the 3-peat. And yeah, if you're looking to make the culture of winning your franchise, you pick the right choice then.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, AO has been an absolute monster, both online and at LAN especially. So excited to see that happen, and it looks like people are getting a little bit scared picking the top players here, but again, at the same time, these are the top players. They've been a LAN. Their experience shows they have that experience both on the pitch and just as team players. Excited to see that. And it looks like for our next pick number 5 for Mankato, Atlas, Ambrosia picks himself for that one. So we're going to be jumping right on to pick number 6 coming on deck. But already some really good players, off here. Conundrum, if you had to make a prediction right now, I'll say a player, you say a player. Who do we think Mr. Dicey is going to go for here?
Dicey. Gosh, I would have to say. Oh man, it is so hard. I'm just looking at the list and I see at least 2 or 3 players that he could pick right now.
Well, you know what?
He would be
we
solid.
don't have to wait anymore. We got Dicey on stage to tell us for himself. Dicey, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing great. How about you boys?
We're just kind of on our tiptoes right now. We cannot figure out who you're going to pick. We just want to hear it from the man himself. So, Dicey, it's all yours.
All right. Well, there's no way to sugarcoat it. This player is the best player in the league, and he showed it last season. So, with the 6th overall pick, I will be drafting Vanish.
There you go. Yeah. I would say Vanish, the newcomer to the league last season. Again, a privilege to play with that player. Just super mechanical, really, really solid pick there. And yeah, just another one down on the list here. Vanish has gone to Mankato.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, I feel like
Rochester.
to Rochester, yep, to the Rochester Rhythm. We got Vanish. Yeah, I was gonna say, getting down almost halfway through our 12 picks here, it makes sense that we're gonna start digging into the top of the top here. So, yeah, good to see Vanish on a team here. And now our next highest pick will be Volt Destroyer, followed by Poly B, Latimus, Scatman, Zodak Chicken, and so on. And you can check out our player list. I believe we do have that available in the MNCS Discord if you're curious yourself, if you want to see everybody that is up for grabs here. But it looks like we will be moving on. So number 7 for our Burnsville Inferno pick. Of course, this is going to be another self-draft. We got Notice drafting himself, so that will be our 7th overall pick, Notice, as the first player on the Burnsville Inferno. So I know already getting through these pretty fast. And who do we have on deck here?
Yeah, so now that Notice has picked himself, we got Minnetonka Barons, GM Tibbles coming out here. Tibbles, what do you got for us?
Wow. Riker goes on the next pick. Pick number 8, Riker. That is a really, really solid pick here. Again, we are slowly starting to pick away all of our top players here. Conundrum, you have any insight on that pick? What are we feeling?
Yeah, I think that's looking at the list, you could go for a lot of players, but Riker, just another really, really good pick, in the collegiate league. Getting better and better. Didn't have the best season last season, but still, you could tell he is a all-around elite player in the league, and they noticed, and that's why he goes first round.
Yeah, no, 100%. And from my experience watching the MNCS last season, Riker definitely a player to not mess with. Can have a lot of pop-off potential. So, big pick coming out for our number 8 pick. But moving on to number 9, we got the Duluth Superiors. My goodness, my words are already starting to mesh together, and we're not even through the first round. So Conundrum, take it away.
Yeah, so Isidore, the new GM for the Superiors, coming in now. What do you got for us?
Hey guys, it's an honor to be up here. Just stepping into the shoes of like Callister and Ches. It's going to be a great season, and I'm happy to announce our first round pick, Midas.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Midas, number 9 pick. That is a good pick. I have yet to see a pick that I've questioned yet. These are all actually insane picks, and players that I personally would not want to go up against.
Yeah, so far so good. Midas, again, a newcomer to the league, has been playing really, really well. Again, just an overall solid pick so far. Nothing too crazy coming out. I think we're gonna see all these really killer players come out first, and then we'll see where we land in like maybe the end of first and second round. It's gonna be some craziness.
Yeah, no, it's interesting looking at the draft list here. Still, like, when thinking about it, we have so many top of the list, top of the ranks players here that it's so hard to go wrong. I mean, I'm just looking. We have plenty of SSL ranked players left, plenty of players with experience. Especially that LAN experience. That is a huge factor of, when I pick up this player and we make it to that land point, we're playing on stage, will they pull through? Will they be able to get us that number 1 win? Because that is what matters in the end. And a lot of these players have stepped up and been able to do that. But we got our next pick here for the St. Paul Senators. Turney Ernie, how are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. It's a bit stressful here over at the St. Paul HQ. My second monitor is currently looking like a war room. I have like 8 tabs open of stats, spreadsheets of previous seasons. And I have a very short speech that I'd like to give out.
Go ahead.
So for the past 2 seasons, I have been a part of Minnetonka, as you all know, where I have learning what it takes to be a leader. Before traveling to Minnetonka, I have been born and raised on the east side of St. Paul. So after the 2 seasons of Minnetonka, I have decided it is time for me to come home, and it is time for me to lead. As most of you know, I'm a relatively quiet member in this Discord server, in this community, but you all know me when I speak loudly. Along with this, I think of myself as very strategic and cunning, and I look to forge a new legion with the Senators and bring them back to the feared and respected franchise as they once were. So, with the 10th overall pick, I select Chicken to be the first piece of my new legion.
Well, I just gotta say, what a speech leading up to that, Ernie. Putting on a show. Absolutely love hearing those words. But Chicken is gonna be going on our 10th overall pick. Again, a Chicken, a player that I have had the pleasure of playing against, and again have not had a great experience, as in did not end well for me. But Conundrum, any insight on this pick?
Yeah, I mean, that's a winner. I'm not going to finish that line, but you know what I mean. Chicken, what can be said about him? He has had really good land performance, so you got that covered. He's a land boy. He's just overall, just being able to play with him in combines is very smart and has very good comms too. I was surprised actually playing with him because I think he gets the reputation of just kind of monkeying. I feel like, but he's actually very smart with his decisions, and I would say is definitely worth picking him up in the first round.
Yeah. Well, awesome. I mean, it's crazy that we're already down to pick number 11. We got the Brainerd victory, and on stage, introducing Jelp with our 11th pick here, first round. Jelp, what do you got for us today?
All right, well, he's got nothing. Oh,
all right.
Jelp.
Next.
How are you boys doing up there? Sorry, my bad. I had
no, you're good.
talk
That's fine.
off, but
you're all good. We get nervous sometimes too.
You know, normally I'm running the show, so I don't have to mute myself. You know, but first of all, as Tibble said, I'd like to thank everyone for putting this, arena together in a month's time, and I think 20% of the work was really done today alone in the last 6 hours. I just say massive props to them, and you know what? First time ever leading a franchise, and it's good to be one of the expansion guys. I mean, look at that logo. It looks like I'm about to take over the world. And with that logo, and the 10th pick, or the 11th pick, sorry, of the MNCS Season 5 draft, the Brainerd Victory will be selecting Slow Hands McGee.
Ooh.
Wow.
Slow hands
going
McGee.
in the first round. Late in the first round. Wow, that's a bit of a surprise, honestly. And Slow being just a solid rock last season for AO and Chicken, I believe. Yeah, playing that third role really well. So, bit of a surprise. Still some players up for grabs, but Jelp believes in Slow, and honestly, Slow is just an all-around good player to pick.
Yeah, I mean, and I did see a few question marks, a few people wondering about that pick, but again, that just shows that there are going to be so many more surprises coming out this night. So again, Slow making on the team, again, a very well-respected player, high skill, high level, and maybe for those people that are questioning the pick, Slow has got a lot to show up here in Premier. Should be fun. But we are about to get to the final pick of our first round. Again, this is going to be the last opportunity for somebody to be a first rounder here for Premier. Still a lot of players. I don't know if you see the doc right now, but I am looking, and if I were the 12th pick right now, I seriously don't know who I'm going for here. There are so many good options.
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm looking at the list, and maybe I shouldn't say names because I mean, honestly, it sounds like that pick from the previous round. There must be some DMs going by. Everyone's typing a storm right now, trying to get these picks in. So who knows? I mean, I believe in Jelp and his vision for the franchise, right? So he must have been DMing people. I'm sure Slow, being that rock, that solid foundation they need. For their new franchise. So we'll see what's happening. Maybe I don't know, man. This is gonna get interesting.
Yeah, and this is where things start to get a little frantic for our captains here, for our GMs. Coming up on stage, they might still be DMing about their picks, until they start talking on stage. So there's gonna be a lot of last second decision making, a lot of quick thinking on their feet. Might be one of the more stressful parts of the night here for them. So sit tight. We'll see when the picks start coming in. But up next, we do have the Minneapolis Miracles closing out round 1 with Stero. So whenever they're ready for that, we will be continuing here. Sorry, I just need to check my messages here about an update.
Yeah, and the first round, all the obvious picks coming out here, all the high level players. First round goes pretty quickly. We're getting to that end of the first, going to the second. We're going to need all the time they can to message their new players and see who they might want, or, any friends that they think will fit well together. And looking at the survey actually that came out recently about which players you would prefer to play with. And less than 2 minutes to go for the Minneapolis Miracles to pick in the first round of Season 5 draft.
Yeah, the clock is ticking. Hopefully they'll be ready soon. But it looks like for those that are the last in the round, so for us, Stero being a 12th pick, we're going to be hearing both the 12th and 13th pick. So both of Stero's picks here for round 1 and 2.
Okay.
Yeah, because running a snake ladder here,
Oh,
we
yeah,
are
yeah,
going to
yeah.
keep winding through, and so Stero's going to be on deck twice. We're going to get both of his picks and then cut to a quick 5-minute break. And so looks like we are at that time here. For our number 12 round 1 pick, we got Stero on the stage from the Minneapolis Miracle. So who do we have here for number 12? And welcome, Stero.
Thanks, guys. Glad to be here. This is super hype. The venue is amazing, and it's awesome to see it filled up with so many people. The Minneapolis franchise is committed to the highest level of community, conduct, and competition. Our players will embody these ideals and contribute to what will be the most successful season in franchise history. So the 12th round pick and my first pick is Zodak.
Wow.
And I will follow that with the 13th pick and my second pick of North Star. Or
Wow.
just North.
Yeah, just North. Wow, that's a killer team already.
That is a lot to process. Just 2 punches right away, a left hook and a right hook, right out the bat. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Stero is not messing around.
yeah, and 2 players that got to the grand finals of LAN, both had really good performances. Obviously, North's team took that LAN, and yeah, North, an old teammate of mine, Zodak, an old teammate of mine. I would say both are just ridiculous at the game. Really fun to play with. Yeah, that team is actually kind of terrifying. And actually, North, coming back to the Minneapolis Miracles, did play with me and Mexi in season 1.
Yeah, no, that's sometimes it's good to be back. So excited to see how they do here. We're gonna be cutting to a 5-minute break here before we get into round 2. We're gonna have the Brainerd Victory Jelp will be on deck with his second round pick. So stay tuned. We will be back in 5 minutes.
All right, we're good. Sorry, it took me a little bit to let you know.
We can talk.
We
And clear.
Bro.
Dude, that was
Oh my
Dang.
god.
That was sick.
Yo,
Oh
that
my.
was the sledgehammer coming down the last pick there. God damn.
The
That
amount
was
of
crazy.
people
I couldn't hear
DMing me
anything
at the last
because of the way
second.
that I have
Oh
the
yeah,
audio
I
set up.
can't imagine.
So,
I can only
some of the,
imagine.
Wait, who was DMing you?
Everybody was DMing me like, "Hey, just so you know, me and this person will play together." Blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
Like,
no.
That's what was taking you so long.
And that's what happens.
well,
I was
okay, honestly,
honestly-
the only thing that made me hesitate was that Lat was still up there. That was the
Yeah,
only thing that
yeah.
made me hesitate.
Man. I can't believe that's still up there, honestly. That's crazy.
Rangers right again. Yeah, that is the most surprising thing to me.
Well, I was surprised how late Vanish went.
I think that was always a
No.
possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought he
think
was
it
going later
yeah.
than that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Would you guys just say it's because of how young he is?
No, I just thought the GMs that were picking at the time were like probably not going to pick him.
Well, then again, I think a lot of us have. I haven't heard a lot of great things about Volt.
True. Like that.
You're-
That's the reason I didn't pick him is because, like, especially on the player chemistry sheet, a lot of people didn't want to play with him. I didn't really want to
Yeah.
limit myself so soon.
Trying to tank his stock for a late round pickup right now. Huh?
And we're back live, ladies
see
and
where you're
gentlemen.
Hey, the draft's not over yet.
Yep.
I'm picking up glass bottles over the place. What the heck?
I was literally watching you walk around like an actual event host and like crying. It was
Well,
so
Dicey
great.
said he needed to take a piss, so
I think I compared
told him to
Mako
get a
to
bottle.
McDonald's.
I would piss
did.
I'd pick 4 or 5.
All right, now that we're past doing like first round stuff, do we all kind of get the format here and are good to go without me DMing everybody?
yeah. I was good to go.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
got it. Okay, low key, it's so hard to see them on stage that like it like
Yeah.
blends in with the screen, so I can't tell when you're on stage. I'm like, okay, wait, they are.
Yeah. Also, sorry for like spamming you about like camera Ken. That was the first one was like when they were doing their intro, and then the later ones were like because you changed it then, but then like at that point we were just like on stage cam. So
Guys, we have over 100 viewers right now.
It's
Yeah.
We have so many
Yo, is that a record?
Oh, by far.
Damn.
It's actually pretty close to the last draft, but yeah, this is definitely our best stream, I think, in terms of viewers.
We had 127. That was the most I saw.
Dang.
Rising Star Rum? Damn.
Yeah, that's what you are. Nope.
Yikes. You actually think I'm gonna draft myself?
Wait, I have 2 slow hands? Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh my. Going
Wait,
into second round.
slowness?
I guess going into there's so many good people left up there. This is
If
going to be
people would stop handing me things. My inventory is full, and I don't want to have things.
I've got so many drinks.
Hey,
There- I don't know how. Does somebody like make?
Must be 21 plus to drink.
Does somebody make a lightning noise somehow?
Oh,
yeah,
that
I
was
did that.
probably-
I was on here.
Yeah, it freaks me out. I didn't know what the fuck was happening.
Someone did that.
I just have water. Does somebody want to give Rising Star rum?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yo, I love how Precious Bird's just sitting on this book like super
Premier
pog.
Punch.
He's not on the book now. What the heck?
I pushed him up.
Arrow doesn't get to pick again until.
Yeah, dude, I get last pick next.
Mr. Irrelevant next.
Phil picked slow so that he wouldn't crash the Minecraft server if he didn't get first round.
Dude, I was like surprised because I was just sitting back. I had all my maps up ready to like do what I gotta do, and I had to freaking get up here and like get all my shit in my inventory so I could do my little vantage trick. And then...
Dude, Pressure took everybody off guard with the Mako pick.
Really? Great
Yeah, I
predicted it.
I kind of expected it.
Took people off guard.
There was
I don't-
no way
Wait, I
Mako
thought
was
the
going that
slow
way.
hand pick
I
was
don't
the
think
one.
it
Mako
was
is
that ridiculous.
no, Mako is an easy. If you draft Mako, you're making top 4.
Yeah, well, I know. I think Mako's a really good pick, but I feel like everybody thought you were drafting Midas for some reason.
I don't know who started that. It's not me.
Riker.
Like
It was-
every prediction thing said Midas.
It was so funny. Like, Prussia and me and Taro were all in terms of agreement that we weren't going to tell anybody, and we were just laughing at them predicting all our picks terribly. So,
Mako is McDonald's. Everyone knows that.
Nobody predicted my first pick, so
Well,
I'm sure everybody picked.
nah, they all thought I was gonna do something else.
It was always up in the air.
Well, did Ledge grind high enough to knock you off if we had recalculated?
We
We
did
did
recalculate.
did all that this morning. Elephant
Yeah,
had the
I had
Oh,
to remake
dude.
one of my sheets because you guys redid.
Ken, I
you
love
guys
that.
added people.
It's been 5, by the way. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're waiting on Ken's countdown.
Does he
I
have
love
a
that's
countdown?
that's
He doesn't have a countdown on stream.
No, he'll give us a countdown. We're muted on stream. He'll just tell us 3, 2, 1, and then
Fair enough.
casters
Do you
will
guys
be
see the
back.
stream overlay right now?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
Sick,
super
yeah.
cool.
That's sick. What the heck?
You shot a flaming arrow into that.
Yeah, can we not?
Hey guys, do we have like a shot of the outside of the venue that we could show? Like a camera on the outside of the venue?
I could make one real quick if you want.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Anyone know how to
Standing
fly
there,
a
get
drone?
up there.
Ken, how much time you need?
Is he walking the dogs?
Let's take the dogs out real quick. Dog dude.
Real quick, after my last pick, do I need to stick around, or is it alright if I? Well, yeah, I gotta run the table.
Yeah, you can boogie if you need to.
You're not coming
Okay,
to the yacht
there's-
party?
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
no, because I gotta go to Target and then I gotta go to work. So
Imagine going to Target instead of a yacht party.
Good.
Oh, okay, work, I suppose.
Heretic, just do a
boat.
drive-up order.
what's up?
Just do a drive-up order.
No, I tried. I'm trying to get baby formula for a friend.
Oh, yeah.
So and they don't. A lot of that stuff is like
They don't
they
do
don't
that.
let you they don't let you do it. You have to go in and get it.
Similac is locked up tight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if Ken can hear me, but just so you know, there is a camera for outside now. As you cycle through them, you're gonna come across it.
SQ on items in your hotbar.
Or you just drag it out of your inventory and click.
We're never
Get
doing
a
a live
decent-
event
No,
ever
that's
again.
You can drop it wherever you
Fantastic.
want. Doesn't really matter.
This
have
is
it.
straight up like one of the coolest things ever.
At least
This
the
is
venue's
so
power
sick.
hasn't gone out.
Yeah.
Still,
One of the
Slash
food trucks
replace
come.
lights
that's a
with
feature.
better.
Hey, just know power going out. It happened at the Super Bowl, so it can happen. It can happen here, and it's fine.
Yeah, but
Do
this
we
is
know
weird.
if Ken is here?
Yeah, so we're just waiting on Ken. Or
Kenneth.
did he overestimate how long 5 minutes are?
Somebody start DMing Zero so you can get a hold of him.
Yeah,
I think they live
actually.
together.
Well, like it's like as you get older, 5 minutes is less significant of time compared to how much you've lived. So he just probably thinks it's so.
Ryan,
much
is there a
gonna
command to
happen.
delete entities? There's an arrow right here that we could. It's kind of on stream.
That was like the most low key, like demolishing Ken for being old I've ever heard in my life.
Jeez. What? At 48 years young, his birthday's on the 1st.
Wait,
of
how is
February.
Ernie dying?
Yeah, I just saw that. What the? I just
Alright,
lost.
I'm talking blindly here.
Hello.
Like I said
Hey,
before, I do
what's
not
up?
have any sound coming from you guys. It's only going out to the stream right now. I'm thinking that we are going to go back live
right now,
and I will just assume that somebody is going to be cool with that. Taro, I don't know if you want to give me a thumbs up in the DM. But if we're cool, okay, we will be going live again back into the draft round 2, and we will go in 3, 2, 1.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody had a little break from our round 1. I definitely needed one after so many outstanding picks from our GMs. Some pretty exciting ones, some ones that the community might question, but it's up to all of these players to prove themselves in the upcoming Premier season. But without further delay, we have round 2 coming up with our 14th overall pick. We got the Brainerd Victory, represented by the GM Jelp on deck here. They're going to be making that decision now. But, as we mentioned, now is crunch time. This is where the GMs are panicking, firing on all cylinders, trying to make sure that their picks are as optimal as possible. So this should be pretty exciting.
Yeah, bust out the popcorn, ladies and gentlemen, because this is going to be an interesting round for sure. People are going to be typing up a storm, trying to figure out who works well with who's still available. A lot of big names still up for grabs here. Most notably, Latimus. Expected first round pick, actually not going in the first round, but if I were to put money on someone to go early, the second, it's definitely going to be Lat.
Yeah, no, it definitely can be. But on stage, we have Jelp back with our 14th pick. Jelp, welcome back.
Thank you, fellas. You said we're panicking now. I've never been so sure about a second pick in my life.
Oh.
And I'm a guy who drafts kickers in fantasy football second round. Anyway, I need to bring in some talent here that has some experience getting to the grand finals and even winning them. Me and this man go way back, plenty years in the history books together, and I'm willing and gladly ready to say that with the 14th pick, the Brainerd Victory select out of St. Cloud, Minnesota, Noah Kylander.
Wow. So, okay, Kai coming out now, a season 4 champion, going to Brainerd. How do you think about that?
I mean, we've seen it on the flyers. We've seen it in the pictures posted on the server. Kai, our champion from last season, definitely a force to be reckoned with. I mean, not surprised. I know there are some question marks being thrown up in chat right now, but I'm not gonna lie. I've seen Kai play on, especially that LAN momentum that he had on stage was huge. So big ups to Jump, big ups to Kai for our 14th overall pick. But again, yeah, I mean, still lots of great players left to choose from to build their arsenals. So excited to see.
And, Kai, very passionate player. Just is a winner. Doesn't give up. Always has something to say about something going on in the game. He's fun to play with. So Slow and Kai so far coming in for Brainerd. It's an interesting team so far.
Yeah, no, it is a pretty interesting roster, and after these second round picks are made, it's really important that these teams get together for the first time and discuss who they want to complete their entire roster. Who are they going to fill in for that third position? It's a really good opportunity to get those introductions in, get everybody comfortable, and a great way to start off the team season by picking your third pick together. But again, a really, really awesome one. Up next, though, pick number 15. We are back with Turney Ernie from the St. Paul Senators. Ernie, let's hear your 15th pick.
This one was a bit of a difficult decision. Myself and Chicken, we have gone back and forth for the past 7-10 minutes to try to figure out who we really wanted to build on this team, what kind of a team we wanted to build. And I was shocked to look at the stats of last season that the golden striker of last season was still on the board. And I don't know if you guys know, but you can't lose Rocket League games if you score more than the other team. So, with the second round pick, Latimus will be joining the St. Paul Senators.
Yeah, that's that's a terrifying team so far. Oh my gosh, Chicken and Latimus on the same team together, and yeah, like a true GM professional, I might add, looking into the stat sheets and noticing that the Golden Striker still up for grabs. Didn't do a whole lot during the combines, which I think people already know at this point. Latimus going to be a superstar, and is a superstar actually.
Yeah, no, and I have seen Latimus compete in a multitude of events. Definitely a very competitive player that can show up when he needs to, and very dangerous on the field. But yeah, I mean it makes sense if we look at the list. A lot of our top rated players here are going to start getting picked very fast. So it's a very interesting pick. I would be scared to go up against St. Paul Senators, even in a 2v3, just with that team. So excited to see who rounds out their roster. But up next, we're going to be looking at Isidore's pick with the Duluth Superiors. Again, these second picks are pretty huge because it gets us kind of a basis of what we should be expecting from each roster here in the Premier League. So a lot can change from these second picks. First pick is important, but I would argue, honestly, second pick might be the most important pick of the draft here. So, gonna give them a little bit of time here to figure out who they want because it's important. And it actually looks like we're ready to jump right into it. The Duluth Superiors 16th pick, take it away.
All right, guys. Yeah, you're not joking about second pick being crazy, and there's been a lot of mix-ups going on so far, but we're going to announce for the 16th pick, our second pick for our premier roster, Pope.
Oh, wow. Pope getting taken in the second round. That's a very interesting pick. Remind me again, who was their first pick?
I'm
already forgetting things.
Let me double check here.
Midas.
I believe it was Midas. Yeah, okay. Midas sounds like it.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. No, man. I haven't had a lot of experience with Pope, but I know the players speak highly of him. So I'm sure these GMs they're messaging their players to see who's left and who would they like to play with, and sometimes the players don't even have to be highly rated. They just have to be people that, works well for them. And, then Pope going in the second round there.
Yeah, no, Pope is definitely a great pick for this team. Again, I in some of the combines I got the pleasure of playing alongside Pope. I saw the crazy mechanics and crazy things that he was pulling off. So really, really awesome seeing him getting picked up here in the second round. But as we continue, the list is just going to keep getting shorter and shorter. I mean, I'm looking right now, and there's still a lot of really good choices and a lot of good combinations that can come out of this second round pick here. But up next, the pressure will continue to mount for Tibbles, representing the Minnetonka Barons for our 17th pick. So, as soon as they can get that figured out, we'll get them on stage. Conundrum, what are your thoughts for now? What are we feeling? Any teams already feel kind of unbalanced, kind of crazy? Because I'm not gonna lie, that St. Paul Senators team already looking absolutely stacked. And definitely a team to look out for.
Yeah, Chicken and Lat. That's that's going to be insane. And North and Zodak, obviously, those are my two big ones so far. Those two teams just sound ridiculous already.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy what's happening here, but it looks like we are ready now on stage with our 17th pick. Tibbles, take it away.
Wow, Gabman going out now. That's a really good pick too. Oh my gosh, No Flame. I almost forgot about Gatman. He did kind of come into the season a bit later, right? Or was he? I can't remember who he replaced. I'm pretty sure he replaced somebody last season, and he is the season 2 champion, Landboy, Gatman.
Yeah, I similarly, it was not a name I was expecting to hear, but as soon as I heard it, I forgot what a threatening player Gatman is. The first experience I had was actually facing Gatman at a LAN event. That man can shoot and pass like crazy. So Gatman, a great pickup here for Tibbles. Pick number 17. Exciting stuff. Yeah, came in later in the season here, so excited to see Gatman prove himself throughout Premier in our season 5 of MNCS. But again, we're kind of noticing a common trend here that as we progress through, it's going to take a lot longer for our GMs to make their picks. So, making sure they use every second of that timer to their advantage and make sure their pick is as effective and efficient for their squad as possible.
Absolutely. And looks like he's already ready.
Never mind. I guess we're just, what, Conundrum? Introduce our 18th pick.
Yeah, the 18th pick for Burnsville Inferno. Notice, go ahead.
Yeah, I had to pick myself first round, which is a little unfortunate because we have to wait to see who falls down. But unfortunately for everyone else, they left the number 6 player on the list. A college teammate of mine, someone I've played with for a long time and met a couple years ago, and we've played together for a while now. So I'm excited to see this chemistry. My 18th pick for the draft is going to be Polly B.
There you have it, folks. Wow. Notice, going with, the chemistry, the old friend Polly B, who was 6th overall in ranking, and it's just a surprise that he hasn't been picked yet. And that's another team that's going to be really terrifying to play against.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. And if there was a pick that I could predict tonight, I was definitely just staring at that number 6 player, being like, I think I know exactly who what this team is going to look like here. So excited to see that some of my knowledge finally came into play, and I was able to get that one correct. But we still do have a little bit of an outlier in our ratings for who's left on the list. Still a lot of high ranked players to choose from. Again, that was pick number 18 of 24 for the round 2. Just for round 2 here, so not quite there yet. But up next with pick number 19, we will be seeing Dicey on the stage with the Rochester Rhythm. So as soon as he gets that pick in, we will be heading into it. But I kind of want to talk about some of our maybe CLMN players from last season that we might be seeing move up into that premier position this season, because I definitely have seen a lot of the predictions. So I guess, Conundrum, do you have any CLMN players from Season 4 that you might want to look out for Premier Season 5?
Yeah, I would say ones that have stood out to me personally. I think Slip, obviously, being the CLMN Season 4 champion, is still up for grabs. Still, very solid pick. Grape, been in the league now for a good long while. Very outspoken about his skill. But no, he's a very good player. Very solid. And was, I believe, in Season 3, replaced Wildcat. And they made a really big run with him. So he's got the experience and he's got the skill, and he's just very annoying to play against. So I would say those two would be my picks personally from CLMN.
Yeah, and I honestly just got to give it another shout out to my team from last season. Both Wubik and Ledge, definitely players I'd put on my list for potential players in the MNCS. I could definitely see them competing up there. Needing to sub in a lot of games last season and seeing that they could keep up with the pace, keep up with the skill level of MNCS. I could definitely see them do well in Premier Season 5. So again, big shout out to my boys Wubik and Ledge. I'm excited to see where you guys go, and hopefully you make it up to Premier here. But it looks like we are going to start getting ready for our next pick, hopefully pretty soon.
Yes,
Yeah.
the DMs are just overflowing, I'm assuming. And the people are just going to have to wait. We're going to have to wait till the very end, potentially, because I would argue this is more important than first round. Second and third, you gotta, you got your cracked out first pick, but now you got to figure out, okay, now what does he like? What does he want? What kind of team are you trying to build? And yeah, Dicey, what do you got for us?
Hello. Some last minute scrambling. But I think the pick is clear that the Rochester Rhythm will be selecting fours with our second round pick.
Fours. Interesting. The newcomer. He said fours, correct?
Yes.
Did my ears deceive me? Wow. Yeah, I had a little combine with him yesterday, and could only say good things about him, honestly. And he just came into the league. And fours, yeah, he's reminds me of myself a little bit. He really seems like a player that's willing to, give the ball up to his players in the name of scoring. He's really good at 50. He's really good at comms too. Just a super solid player. To really round out the choice of going with Vanish in the first round, I think. Awesome pick. Actually, really good pick.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, I think I actually have some pretty good insight into Fours as a player competing in some of the tournaments I've hosted in the past. So definitely a good pick and a player that should not be slept on. And it was not slept on because they were picked second round. So again, big shout out to some of our GMs picking up some of the newer recruits here. That can be huge later in the season. There is a little bit of risk around it because it takes a while to get used to a player, understand a player. But sometimes that's just a risk you got to take if you want to make it to the top.
Absolutely. And I'm seeing Ambrosia a little bit scrambly in the chat there, saying, I don't know who he's gonna pick, but maybe he's just trying to psych people out because he is one to fake on people in and out of game. So, yep. So, who we at now? Number 20, Mr. Ambrosia. Still waiting on him. He's got about a minute left here. And I'm sure the DMs are going crazy right now. He's trying to figure out who he wants for his team.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, there is one player on the list right now that is kind of sticking out like a sore thumb to me, so I'm interested to see if they're gonna be getting picked up within the next few here. Again, we are starting to kind of go down. If we're looking at it just purely by ranks, we are starting to scale down the amount of SSL players that are available. Again, that's not to say that that some of our higher GC3 players cannot compete at that level. That is just purely looking at ranks. That is what's happening here. So, you know, it's slowly starting to scale down here. I can't really reveal that sore thumb because I might be giving a little bit of too much of information for our GMs. Y'all gotta figure that out for yourselves. But there is definitely somebody that I'm looking at right now. Definitely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's looks like we're ready. It looks like we have Sir Ambrosia on the stage with the Mankato Atlas, pick number 20. Ambrosia, take it away.
Hey guys, hope all is going well. I am just so happy to be here. This place looks amazing. I want to give a huge thanks to Kyle and Toast, good friends of mine, for helping me put this together. And I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Really proud to be a part of this new franchise here. We've got 2 new franchises, Brainerd, but the better one, of course, is Mankato, because, you know, look at the logo. It's just, like, awesome, isn't it? And, you know, I want to give a huge shout out to Fonty, Taro's cousin. Helped us so much on all these graphics and all these logos, and really, really well put together. Super happy with how they turned out. But after 4 seasons of being with the St. Paul Senators, I decided to hand my crown to Turney Ernie. Hopefully he can get them to a better spot, and I really like how he's drafted. But now it's time for me to make my pick. 20th overall in the MNCS Season 5 draft. And, you know, it's been quite a hectic first 19 picks here. I've been DMing a lot with myself, and we really don't know much about what we want to do here. So this is kind of a send it. And 20th overall will be Elephant going to the Mankato Atlas.
Yeah, how about that? Elephant making, I believe, his debut into MNCS, the Premier League, correct?
Yeah, that is correct. There is our first one. You know, a player that we didn't mention when talking to, you know, players that are moving up. But wow, Elephant, a clear player with talent, moving up into the Premier. Really great pick, in my personal opinion here. You know, from my experience seeing him play at LAN, seeing him compete in this element of Season 4, I'm excited to see what he brings to the table at Season 5 of Premier. But yeah, already 20 picks in. This is exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. He has just been on a tear lately. In combines and last season. Just I mean, personally, I would say he probably is the most improved last season. Just from then and now, he's just gotten way better, so much better. So, yeah, that's a very smart pick, I'd say, from Ambrosia.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the list here, it's interesting. It's very interesting how these next picks are going to go. But yeah, Elephant, player that I kind of skimmed over without realizing. But wow, that is a pretty insane pick. Pretty happy for them, and I know Ambrosia's got to be happy with that as well. Yeah, and you know, something else to put into it. You know, we had some of these GMs draft themselves for the first round. So, you know, a lot of their second picks, these are players that they're committed to playing with. And so when we see a lot of these GMs make their picks for second round that already drafted themselves, it says a lot about their decision with that player, because that's going to be somebody that they have to compete with, they have to be in contact with throughout the season. So it's a really big pick coming out from them. But up next, we're going to be waiting for the Bloomington Maulers pick number 21 from Heretic here. So, you know, whenever that pick is ready, we will see it. Oh, and it looks like we have the Maulers on stage right now. Pick 21. Take it away.
Thank you, guys. After a long, hard discussion and, you know, combining with the right players, we will be picking Perg as our second pick overall. Thank you.
Wow. Perg. Going in the second round, another newcomer. that had just a really good performance in the combines. So not surprising there. Perg, congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, and I personally did not have much experience seeing how much Perk played or have seen him play much, but that's going to be something that I'm personally going to be looking out for, seeing some how these new players compete in the Premier. So yeah, big pick for pick number 21. Like I said, that kind of high risk, high reward, but then again, these GMs have been putting in a lot of work, watching each players closely, picking who they want the most. So there is a decent amount of calculation that goes into these picks. Not just picking based off ranks here. So interested to see how that pick
Oh wait, hold up.
goes
We
through.
we have Prussia up on the stage. Mr. Iron Man himself. I think it looks like he's ready now. Go ahead, Prussia.
Thank you. With the 23rd overall pick of the 22nd, sorry, overall pick of the MNCS Season 5 draft, we'd like to welcome DJ CJ to the St. Cloud Flyers.
Wow, how about that? Mako DJ on the same team. That is very interesting. And I'm sure if Mako were here, I think he would approve of that. Unless, he's DMing Prussia. I believe he's on a plane right now. Or he's getting off a plane somewhere. So yeah, no, that's a really good solid pickup there. DJ is just like a monster on defense, in my opinion. But yeah, a really good choice there, I think.
Yeah, no, definitely agreed. That is a scary team. And it's something I just realized again is as some of these drafts, like for example, our GM Prussia here, that's going to be a team that you build for, if you ever need a substitute, you need to make sure that is a team that you can play with and are happy playing with as well. So a lot of these decisions are not only important for the captains of the MNCS teams, but also for some of those other league players here. So, especially if they're going to be subbing into Premier. So up next, we're going to be looking at what Taro decides for second round pick 23. List getting shorter and shorter here. I'm looking through. Got a few players in my mind. Potential people that I've seen Taro put a decent amount of hours in. Maybe you might have a hint of who you think it is. Yeah, maybe. But
I don't know. There's still a lot of just crackhead players still left on the sheets here. Just off the top of my head, I know for a while Pace was a player that people were looking out for, potentially getting, going with Taro. I know they've played a few games together. Newcomer Fuego, really enjoyed playing with him. Just really solid mechanically. I don't know how much time they've put in together, maybe or at all any, but just from the limited experience that I've had with him, he's just really, really good, I'd say. But yeah, just just looking down the list is just ridiculous. There are so many players still up for grabs. New names, old names, names you forgot that surprise you. It is actually going to be crazy.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you there. Yeah, a lot of predictions going in for Pace right now for this next pick. Fuego's another name popping up a lot. I see some Magics for predictions as well. So we'll see if anybody gets it right here. Pace definitely being that one of the more grindier players. I've never not seen that man on the game. He is grinding 24/7. So definitely a dedicated player to have. Was able to compete with Magic on LAN again. Another cracked out player, man, could score some pretty mechanical things. But as I continue to ramble, maybe they just baited us. I saw somebody walk up on stage. I'm not sure. Don't have options to see them, but
almost had a Kanye moment there, I think.
Oh no!
Someone had something to say. Luckily, I think our security team got him off the stage there, but no, we're still waiting. Less than a minute left for Taro's pick.
And somehow we have had a spectator suffocate in a wall, so we will be updating you on that situation. Okay, yeah, Conundrum, go ahead.
Okay. Yep. So, Taro, what do you got for us?
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm sad that this is the first time that I've gotten to talk to everybody here with the 23rd pick. First off, I'd like to thank everybody who's returning to play in MNCS Season 5, as well as we've had a whole bunch of new joins. It's good to see. I'm excited to do this season with all of you guys. If you could clap, I'd ask you to give a big round of applause for Ambrosia, Toast, and everybody, Kyle, I think, as well, who puts a lot of work into building this venue for us. It's been a ton of work, and it's really cool. I'm excited to be here. Also, want to shout out Notice for the threads, my fellow GM. I am so excited to be playing against all you guys, my fellow GMs down here. And, well, without further ado, for the 23rd overall pick of the MNCS Season 5 draft, the Hibbing Rangers pick Pace.
Wow. Yep. How about that? Pace. The mechanical god, Pace coming out. Just a really good player. Can really get those solo plays going. Pace is just a really solid pick there. I think that team's going to be really good.
Yeah, and from the amount that Taro was kind of dragging out that announcement, it might not be true, but there's a chance that they were making that pick while the announcement was happening. Good thing they got it in at the last second here. But Pace gonna be making it into Premier through round 2. Like I mentioned, a grinder, absolute grinder player. So big pickup coming out from Taro. So good to see that happen. And up next for our last pick of round 2, we're gonna have pick number 24, which is Quack. But remember, because Quack is going to be also in round 3, pick number 25, again, we have a snake ladder here. We will be hearing both the 24th and 25th pick coming out from Quack. So that will complete the Bemidji Lumberjacks roster. So he's got a couple minutes here, figure that out. After those 2 picks, we will be going to another short break. And then finishing off the draft with all of the rest of the round 3. So, excited to see how Quack wraps up round 2 here.
Yeah, Quack is going to build his team, basically. And he's got only a few minutes to do so. So, figuring out what he wants, what kind of play style, maybe what players play well with Zebra.
Right.
So, honestly, I think Zebra could play with anybody. He's just that kind of player. Which is probably one of the reasons why he got drafted so highly. But yeah, a lot of names still. Oh my goodness, we have tons and tons of talent still, just waiting to get picked up. And oh man, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, Quack is actually ready on stage here. I'm excited to see that he's ready. It looks confident. So, without delaying this anymore, reminder, we will be jumping to a break. But let's hear first your 24th round 2 pick.
I'll mute myself. All right. With the 24th pick of the MNCS Premier Draft, the Bemidji Lumberjacks would like to welcome Veltri.
Wow. I didn't know Veltri signed up. I thought he was done. But back from the grave, Veltri, amazing. I'm so happy that he's back in the league. Old teammate from last season. Really fun to play the game with. Veltri getting another crack at MNCS.
Yeah, great to see Veltri making it through a round 2 pick. A really good pickup coming out from Quack. That's going to be a fun roster to play against. And I believe that Quack will have another 3 minutes to decide who he is picking for his round 3 pick. pick number 25. So, doesn't have to scramble so much. But, part of having the first pick of the draft has some downsides. There is a lot of pressure because you got to pick both of your players in such a short time span. You don't really get a break between. So, big decision coming out from Quack here. And this is going to kind of set the tone for a lot of our third round picks.
Yeah, and just like that, we are out. We are done with the second round of the Premier Draft hosted at the MNCS Minecraft server. And, as a newcomer to the server, I might say this venue is just ridiculous. I don't even know half the things you're able to do in this game, but it looks like you can do quite a bit. And, all the graphics that are changing when the GMs come up through the stage is just, the quality and the production has just been fantastic. It's amazing.
Oh, I mean, this is just so cool. I mean, we got seats here. We got a nice little room around here.
Yeah.
Our view is absolutely insane. I mean, when I first saw this, my jaw actually dropped. I did not know that this was even possible in Minecraft. So, again, I know some of our GMs have been saying it, but seriously, huge shout out to everybody that built this, made sure this happened. This is just absolutely insane, and definitely a big stance for what the future of not only Rocket League and MNCS, but the future of esports, what it might look like. So, really, some pioneers here.
Yep, the metaverse is here, folks, in Minecraft.
Yeah, the metaverse is definitely here, but we're coming down through the time limit. We're gonna have to hear that pick pretty shortly here from Quack. So, again, this is gonna get us into the swing of things for round 3. We're gonna have a 5-minute break right after this pick here. Make sure everybody gets settled. Go explore the map. Have a good time here, and remember, stick around after our last pick. Pick number 36 will be Stero, and then after that we will have an after party on Deboat. So you can make sure that you stick around after that. But Quack, whenever he's ready, we are gonna get started with round 3.
Yeah, so let's just think right now. Let's pick our brains together and see what would happen in this situation. He's got Zebra, the number 1 pick, right? And Veltri, both very good, very solid. I would like to see someone, I think they need like a really mechanical player, I feel like. Well, actually, I don't know. I feel like maybe Veltri can fill that role for them. And Zebra, the all-rounder, so maybe they could pick someone to be third man or something like that.
Yeah. No, that's definitely a good thing to point out. And there's still that potential of I think a lot of our third round picks, we could be seeing some previous CLMN players stepping up to the plate, being promoted to that premier spot. So I'm actually the most excited for this because I'm excited to see some of my friends from last league, get the chance to compete at a higher level and be promoted there. So this is going to be a lot of fun for me, at least round 3, the most exciting, the one I've been looking forward to. But I believe time should be up. I mean, I will double check just to make sure, but it looks like we do need to be getting that pick in very shortly here.
Yeah, if they don't get their pick in time, they risk getting a fine. We are now fining GMs who are taking more time than they need to pick. Just saying, no pressure.
Oh, yeah, sources say the fine can be up to 5K. Wow.
Yep.
This league does not mess around.
Yep. You are basically going to give me alpha wheels if you don't get up. Oh, he's up in the stage now. All right.
All right,
what do you got for us?
All right. After much deliberation and frantic DMing and a little voice chat with my 2 players, we've decided that with pick number 25, we're going to take Slip.
Woo!
Yep, and Slip. Slip getting into the premier MNCS draft. Just had a really, really good showing and combines. just has been his stock has just gone through the roof and is on a pretty good team that I think he'll fit really well in. I really like just how well rounded that team's going to be.
Yeah, I am. I'm honestly so happy about this pick. Not only the roster looks stacked, but just to see Slip make it to Premier, super happy to see that opportunity for him, and excited to see what he does at the top of the league. But ladies and gentlemen, we will be coming back shortly. We're going to be taking a 5-minute break before jumping back into round 3. So stick around, and we'll see you in 5.
All right, you are good to chat amongst yourselves.
Woo! Oh my
Oh
god!
my
Guys,
God.
could you guys go ahead? Could you guys go
Guys,
ahead
I'm
and
so
draft
sorry.
all of my sleepers?
In order,
Tara,
please
who are you
realize
looking
Dicey,
at?
well freaking played. I didn't think any other GM was going to have the balls to draft fours after he had 1 day of play and his
Fours is
top
so
rank was
good.
1700.
I
really like them, to be honest.
Fords is fucking he's
Dude,
gonna
it's
be
either between him or Perg. Like me and Vanis kept
I
flip-flopping.
really don't think Forz is like too insane for a 19th
I need
pick, but I
some-
think
I
it's
was-
a good pick. But
Rising
I was
Stars
going to
Roman
take him
here.
if I could have drafted him second pick. I would have drafted him second pick. I can't. But Dicey, well played.
But yeah, I appreciate you guys going down the list of Perg, DJ, Pace, and Slip as some of my few options for drafting. So that's great.
Guys, what is going on? This is stupid.
There's 130 people. There was 130
Volt's
people.
malding
Yeah,
right now. You know it.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm in Twitch chat right now, and he's like, "Where's number 4?"
I don't know. Number 4 made a bad impression in combines. That's
What did he
all I
do?
gotta say. He's
Backstreet
just his
game.
voice comms have just been a bit
Oh.
toxic, and I don't know. He's kind of like hard to play with as well. But like,
He's fine as long as you can get him to calm with you. Like, I'll give him that. He's a really good player and he's got like insane 1v1 mechanics. But yeah, I mean comms are difficult, but if you can work that out with him, then you've probably got a sleeper pick. Or you don't, unless you guys want to leave him for me.
I feel like this
question is-
whole circulation.
who's picking Saber? He's 23rd.
Saber.
Saber.
You got him.
Magic's
Chief.
still available, Reggie's still available.
Yeah, Reggie's
Waiting
still
for the
there.
Mexi pick, bro.
Wait, who's picking Grape? Who's got Vanish
Dicey.
on their team? Yeah, okay. So
So
Dicey's
you're
got
getting,
Grape.
You're getting grape.
Oh, guys, stream could hear you.
It's scripted. This is all scripted.
Oh, we're all planning picks.
I literally cannot plan a pick.
I am going to use the restroom then.
Not yet.
Wago's open
Belly bag.
with his 1 to
Wago-
2 hours
It's-
per week.
It's so typical to that everyone just found a way around all of this crap.
Wait, okay, so I know who Prush is drafting.
You do?
I think, unless like DJ isn't.
People
is
seem to
lying
think
me.
that before my first pick, so
Well,
it's interesting.
I hear it from a player on your team who I was gonna
TJ's
draft
leaking
right after.
already?
you.
God dang it.
Damn.
Oh no.
It's fine. That's
Well,
a
I'm
fine.
not gonna leak. Oh, he
Yeah.
said nah. I dictate. To be honest, you just told him to say retract your statement, didn't you?
I didn't, I didn't say anything. He does know who I'm picking though, so he probably actually.
Just make Taro deafened and then tell everybody else. You know, that's all you got to worry about.
Well, I'm trying to get Taro to fucking leak to me. Spamming him right now.
Pressure, how about you leak to me? You know
Guys,
what I
why do
mean?
we give Tibbles a free championship? They've got Gatman and Riker. Are you kidding me?
What do you mean?
I don't know, man. I have chicken and lat.
Yeah.
Okay, no, don't take Volt.
No.
So are you just telling us not to draft him?
Yeah, because I want him.
You can have him, bro.
Honestly, that's like a conspiracy theory of what I think of why everybody's been like kind of talking like
I mean,
questionable
at this
things
point,
about Volt.
he's a great steal for the
This
last
is just
I
round.
know, third
Yeah.
round.
Yeah, that's
Volt
what I'm
being an
saying.
awful player is just been
Is anybody
employed by
drafting Calster? Is
Ambrosia.
Calster running it up in CLMN?
Calcium's gonna be super sub. Are you kidding me?
Super sub.
Ken, you could switch to the outside cam or something if you want. If you have a minute to have
My bird.
I don't think Ken can hear us.
okay.
No, Ken cannot hear us. You have to DM him.
Yeah.
Somebody
Not
kill the
everyone
bird.
agrees.
Dicey's
been trying to kill.
Hey, I
it
mean,
this
he's
entire
he's
time.
switching.
the Discord
Bird is
audio.
so annoying. Get him out of here.
Wow.
It's just chirping the whole time.
You can turn
Yeah.
that sound off, bro.
I don't know.
Yo, it's pretty lonely over here at these tables without your entire team assembled.
I know, dude. Notice
Yeah.
we're just like chilling back here.
Who's got the most? I think is it Mullers right now?
Probably
It's
Gel.
you guys too. Yeah,
Yep.
it's you two, you and Dicey and Maulers.
I mean, I've got 3
Yeah,
right
I,
now.
I got two. I got mine too, guys.
Where's other slow?
Notice I'll sit next to you.
Yeah,
Regular
I-
slow is flying in the air.
I didn't,
See,
I didn't
I've got
fucking
4.
know. I didn't know Veltri was signed up this season. I thought he retired, dog. I was like actually genuinely surprised he got picked.
Hey, legit question. Why is everybody wearing green who isn't a GM? Like, everybody. Capo, freaking Fours, Vanish, Riker, Slip,
The blue shirt.
Blakester.
The blue
Those are like
shirt or
leather
what?
tunics.
Wearing
that people
blue?
can get.
No,
They're
they're
wearing
wearing
the blue shirt because if you do slash draft,
Taro's colorblind.
Uh-oh.
First off, I am colorblind. Second, I have shaders on, so
Wait,
maybe
what
that's-
color did you say?
that's the thing in kitchen left.
It's
Uh,
for
you
sure
have-
blue.
Shaders
It's
on.
Bemidji
Tom.
love.
Bemidji
Wait,
love.
Why is the stream like it's very yellow? When
Shaders.
shader?
Probably just shaders.
Yeah, that's shaders.
Fire-
It's
Fire's
shaders.
trying to- that's-
Fire's photobombing.
Everyone who can fly, go and
Wait, are we
photobomb the
looking at
camera.
picture?
What are they doing over by Ken's freaking?
Wait, did Quack pick both? Did he make both of his
Yeah.
picks?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
Oh.
It took me a minute, but I did.
I thought you were just
Took
going to
you.
make one. Who was your
That's what I
second pick?
thought too.
It's
I
just,
wasn't
you know,
prepared
He
to
picked
pick
the
someone.
app for his third pick. So wild.
He picked Slip.
Yeah, he
What,
did.
wait, what was his pick before Slip then?
Veltri. It was Veltri Slip.
Veltri, Slip, and...
Oh, can't change the camera.
Oh gosh. Guys.
I just bought
Hmm.
some Premier Punch, boys.
Who's
fucking
fighting
around
on
on my
Bought
dime.
Premier Punch? It was given to me.
Who's
Yeah.
biting on? I shouldn't
How
say.
the hell did Steve even get over there? But well, yeah, why is everyone mingling on fucking Ken's thing?
And
Because they want attention, obviously.
All right. Are we gonna start again?
Yeah, we should
Yeah,
get back into
probably
it.
do
all
that.
right,
Let's do
are we
it.
ready to go back?
Let's
You
get
guys
it.
not going to throw this draft?
Who's throwing the
Yeah,
draft? We're throwing the draft.
You guys
Full
all
speed
throwing the
ready
draft?
here.
Okay.
Oh, bro, I thought that was a plan.
He's
Throw a draft.
going MNCS.
All right, are we ready?
Yep.
Mute
Yeah.
up.
Get it.
All right, I will do a little countdown for y'all, and we will transition. Going live in 3, 2, 1.
All right, we are back with round 3 of our MNCS Premier Season 5 draft. It has been so fun seeing all the picks come through over the night. But now with round 3, this is where everything matters. This is where everything comes together. The last pick for our Premier teams are going to come through. And we're going to be starting off with pick number 26, Taro representing the Hibbing Rangers. Again, not so many picks left here. Still a decent opportunity for some of our members to make it into Premier, but with every pick, that chance starts to diminish. So this is where the pressure starts to mount.
Absolutely, and you know, I think I'm looking down at the skybox, and I think I see Taro. Yep, that's Taro. Taro's jumping around. He's really deliberating whether he wants to come up or not. He's slightly. Oh no, he's going up into it. Nope, I think he's ready. All right, Taro.
Oh,
no, he's taking a lap. He's
Maybe?
got a little bit of time.
Maybe?
Thinking about it.
Yay! All
There we
right,
are.
Taro. It is time for pick number 26, Mr. Hibbing Rangers. What do you got for us?
Well, with the 26th pick of the MNCS Season 5 draft, the Rangers, we're going to land this season. And I want some LAN talent on my team. This is somebody you have seen. There's still somebody on the board with LAN MNCS experience for the grand finals. You know who it is? With the 26th pick of the Season 5 MNCS draft, the Hibbing Rangers are proud to welcome Grape.
Let's go. Grape getting drafted into the MNCS. Grape has been just super, super solid, really good lately, and is only getting better. And I'm sure, Grape being the Taro fanboy he is just ecstatic to be able to finally play with Taro this season.
Yeah, and it's about time. After seeing Grape step up on the stage, having to substitute in for MNCS Season 3 LAN, and making a pretty good run, it's about time Grape makes it, graduates up into the next tier. Excited to see some more people coming out from last season's CLMN and making it up into Premier, but really, really good pick coming out from Taro. I'm not going to lie,
I think I see Prussia. Prussia's
Ooh.
creeping onto the
Prussia?
stage with a bird. These GMs really got money to throw down, getting all these birds and stuff. But anyway, Prussia, what do you got?
I am back to make my final pick of the draft. And with the 27th overall pick of the Season 5 MNCS Premier Draft, the St. Cloud Flyers would like to welcome Burf to the team.
How about that? Burf is getting drafted now with Mako and please remind me, what was their second breath?
DJ
CJ. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's, oh my gosh, that's just a really solid team right there. You've got the mechanics, you've got you've got a really good defense, honestly. With those three players. I could see some chemistry working there. I know Prussia, he's thinking about that. He's thinking about, he's looking at he's analyzing the stats. So that's a very solid pick. And imagine that, Burf going in the third round. That just goes to show you just how much more talent there is in this league. That a player like Burf, not to be second thought, not to be like a second thought to people, obviously, but there's just so much talent that a player like Burf can go into third.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. I mean, a player that we see goes earlier in previous seasons. It's interesting to see how the dynamic is shifting with so many new great players joining. But again, Burf having that experience, showing us his capabilities within MNCS. Excited to see his performance on the team, but it looks like we're ready to jump right into our next pick, actually. So who do we got here?
Heretic from the Bloomington Maulers. What do you got?
Hey guys. So with our last pick in the Premier Draft, the Bloomington Maulers would first like to thank everybody for leaving him to this round for us. And we will also thank you again at the end of the season when we're champions. Bloomington Maulers with our 28th pick, in the draft, would like to pick Volt Destroyer. Thank you very much.
How about that? Volt Destroyer. One of the last highly ranked to get picked, I believe. On the list here. And yeah, Volt Destroyers hasn't had too successful of an MNCS career just yet, but I mean, just looking at his stats and looking at his ranking, I mean, he's a player that is highly rated and able to show up, but this could be potentially his breakout moment here in Season 5 because he's got a really good team around him.
Yeah, no, definitely agreed. I think a pick that I was expecting at some point, especially when we have newer players join the league, it can be difficult to choose whether or not you make that move. And I like the confidence coming out of that pick there. I mean, again, a lot goes into these decisions. There's a lot of conversations. So good seeing the confidence in the pick, especially with a newer player joining in. But yeah, as you said, our I believe almost top 20 have all been taken from our ratings list. Just one player remaining from that top 20, I believe. So a lot of our higher ranked players already snatched up, but that's not to say that we still have a lot more great players to choose from. So less and less people. There's how many more picks we got? 3, 6. We got 8 more picks, I believe, left. So 8 more people with a chance of making Premier. So we will be waiting here for Ambrosia to make the next pick for Mankato Atlas.
Yeah, absolutely. And Volt Destroyer, that's a bit of a surprise that he's got picked so in the third round, but that's really a steal, honestly. So very smart from Heretic to go with Volt, and we'll see what kind of chemistry they can bring out. It'll be really interesting now. We only have 8 more picks in the Premier draft, so I don't know who's gonna go. What do you think?
It's interesting. Again, I believe that Ambrosia's team is Ambrosia and Gatman right now. So
Ambrosia is with Elephant.
Or with Elephant. Oh, you're right. You are so right. I'm mixing it up. Yeah, that is right. Ambrosia and Elephant, right? So, I would be surprised if there was another CLMN graduate joining them. But that could be really cool to see.
Oh, it looks
see
like
too.
I see him doing figure eights
Ooh.
out on the podium. So
Is he ready?
He's ready to go. So Ambrosia, go ahead.
Hello, everybody. This has been maybe the most stressful 30 minutes of my life. And Elephant and I have been talking, typing vigorously to each other in chat, trying to figure out who we want. And there's so many great picks left on the board, and it's going to suck because some of these guys who really deserve Premier are not going to make it because there's only so many spots, especially, we just expanded to 12 franchises, 6 more spots in the league, and we're already running out of spots for all these amazing players. But I think I've come to a decision on who I want to pick. So, for 29th overall in the MNCS Season 5 Premier Draft, I will be selecting Fuego.
Fuego, a newcomer, a highly ranked player who I believe is a pretty solid ones main as well. Coming into the league now, and it's one of those players that I've been able to play with in the short time that he's been here, and he's a really solid pick. I think he'll really be able to balance out this team. Having Elephant and Ambrosia on a team, I think he's got a lot of insights to give. So, yep, a really, really smart pick. Very solid pick, I'd say.
Yeah, it's cool to see finally. I believe our top 20 players have already been chosen. So, we're gonna keep moving down the list here, and less and less positions for people to make Premier. But it's gonna keep getting closer. Up next, we're gonna have Dicey making the 3rd pick for Rochester Rhythm, and I believe Dicey already with the picks with I believe it was Vanish and Force, if I'm not mistaken. So. Yeah, we might be seeing. I'll call them the CLMN graduates. That's what I like calling them, the CLMN graduate. We could be seeing that play coming out for a lot of the thirds here. I'm personally just rooting for that because again, a lot of these guys I played last season definitely deserve that spot, and I want to see them succeed in that position. A few players sticking out. Yeah, I'm being reminded it's Challenger, but my CLMN boys. But this is going to be an interesting one. I'm excited.
Absolutely, bust out the cap and gown, so because somebody's going to be graduating here, I think. Just so many people with chips on their shoulders coming up from the Challenger League, trying to get to Premier. And I suspect a few are going to go up because it looks like there's not a lot of MNCS players left, honestly, now. So, yeah, some people are going to get their chance, especially with the league expanding. More and more people are going to be able to go and play in the Premier League.
Yeah, but just waiting on the decision here. Again, it's going to be a tough one. Our list order for the next, we got Dicey, Notice, Tibbles, Isidore, Turny Ernie, Jelp, and Stero. That is the list of who we have left.
And it looks like, sorry to interrupt you, but it looks like Dicey's jumping for joy here, running around in circles. He's going up on the podium now. Dicey, what do you got?
All right, so Vanish and Fours are two very good mechanical players, so we need a third man to round out the roster, and there is no one better to do it than himself, Mr. John Combine.
And plot twist, the turn of events, folks. John Combine, aka Conundrum, aka me, apparently getting drafted here, coming back, gonna run it back with Vanish again. Very surprising. I mean, just to remind myself who our third is now. Hold on. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you gave me Fours and Vanish. That is ridiculous. That is a team I will gladly accept to be on. So very exciting stuff for, you know. This is a very exciting time to be part of the new Mankato roster.
Yeah, and Conundrum, I'm not sure if you know so much about Conundrum, so, I'll get into the details about that. Absolutely cracked, goated player. I had the opportunity of playing with Conundrum some twos over at a LAN that we were at, absolutely demolishing it, building our chemistry up. So whoever gets Mr. John Combine, also known as Conundrum, it's always a lucky, great day for them. I mean, they're definitely not going to be able to fall asleep out of excitement of having the chance to compete with this absolute unit. So, yeah, exciting news. And honestly, if I had to put my money on a team right now, I think all my money's going right here. So,
you're just saying that. Come on. But yeah, no, that's very exciting. And still got I believe.
Oh,
6 more to go, and I'm just gonna shut up and let Notice talk.
Yeah. All right. So we've been deliberating. Kind of been listing people out that we want, and he's been in our sights for a while for many of the picks. So to round out the team of Notice and Poly B for the 31st pick of the Season 5 MNCS, we're gonna be taking Dorka.
And just like that, Dorka, congrats, buddy. You are now in the Premier League. Dorka is, I believe, a newcomer again. So a lot of the newcomers are getting picked up. The scene has been growing, and yeah, the talent is being recognized here. So congrats to Dorka. I wish I had more to talk about Dorka, but I'm sure Notice found out, looked at his stats and his ranks. Perhaps they've talked, perhaps they've been playing together, I don't know. But if Notice sees something in Dorka, then he has to be nutty. So, congrats.
Yeah, the notes I got on Dorka is, I remember watching, I don't remember what tournament it was, but I did see a 1v1 come out of Latimus and Dorka, and it looked pretty intense, pretty close. So maybe this is kind of their grounds for a little bit of a rematch, a little bit of a rivalry from that. I believe it was in the finals as well, so I got to see Dorka play a little bit. Absolutely cracked gamer. So an awesome pick. Not what I was actually expecting, but now that I hear it, it makes sense.
Absolutely. And now that I'm thinking about it, I apologize to Dorka, we did play together a little bit in a combine. And yeah, he actually, he played pretty solid. I had nothing bad to say about him. I'm kidding. He was terrible. No, no, I'm just kidding. But Dorka getting drafted 31st, round 3. Very interesting team so far. Yeah, Dorka, Vanish, and Poly B. That is a team to fear. And honestly, I feel like I keep saying this, but every team just seems really scary so far to play against, and I cannot wait for this season to start. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, and it looks like Tibbles is ready with the 32nd pick with the Minnetonka Barons. This should be an exciting one. Tibbles, it's all you.
Wow. Bowie is in. Bowie, another new player again. It's just this new talent getting brought into the league, and people are seeing it. People are seeing it through the combines, and what they've had to show for us. And yeah, Bowie, just my experience playing with him is against him. He's just really, really good. So a very smart pick.
Yeah, definitely a player I've been hearing a lot about, sitting in combines, listening to other GMs chat about. A player I've heard a lot of, so excited to see them get picked up. And again, I haven't seen too much from them, so also excited to see them make their debut, watch them play in the Premier League. So, now we are coming up to those final 4 picks here. It's going to be a tight one. I think that if there is a time for GMs to start using that full time slot for their pick, it might be right now, because the options are definitely getting limited. And just from seeing this, the people that don't get picked, Challenger League is going to be absolutely stacked and crazy. So
Exactly. Yep.
just from seeing this, that is insane to think about.
Yeah, and I know there's always a grace period for teams to swap. So if you are a free agent, there's always room to grow and get, put into the Premier League. We've seen that. We've seen the super subs. We've seen, the players that come in when other players don't work out and just, kill it. So, if you don't get drafted initially, it happens, and then you can just work your way up from there.
It looks like our next pick is ready on stage. Number 33, the Duluth Superiors. Let's hear it.
All right, guys, we're excited. This has been a crazy, crazy night so far. We're coming in at the 33rd overall pick, and we are proud to announce we would like to welcome Wubik to the Duluth Superiors roster.
Yeah.
Wow. How about that? Bust out the cap and gown and throw it in the air. Oh my gosh. Wubik getting his chance at Premier.
We got another CLMN graduate. Let's go. I'm most excited for Wubik because that's one of the players I definitely wanted to see make Premier. Without a doubt, great pick. And I'm excited to see my previous teammate blow through the competition this next season. Regardless of whether or not I'm on the same franchise, I'm excited to watch Wubik play. So great to see that happen here. And it's crazy. This night has been flying by, but we're down to the final 3 picks of the night, and I'm trying to go down and find 3 of the best players, and I keep going through so many combinations that I don't want to know what's happening in those GM DMs right now. Those are probably crazy.
Yeah, the clock is ticking, folks. We have 3 people that are going to be in the Premier League, and what do we got? We got Ambrosia. No, wait. Is Ambrosia? Oh,
Nope.
Excuse me. No, the Senators GM. I'm forgetting names already. Hold on.
Ernie.
We got Turney Ernie.
Ernie. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh. Apologies to Turney. Yeah, with the St. Paul Senators coming up next. And let's just double check who he's drafted here. We got Chicken and Latimus. I mean, just that alone strikes fear. Wow. Yeah, that's a team right there. Just those 2. But let's see if they can round out that team. Still a lot of really good players up here. So let's see. How much time do we got? We got a minute. What, less than 2 minutes now for them to figure it out.
It looks like we're ready. St. Paul Senators, number 34, Turney Ernie, take it away.
So it has been chaos in the DMs between myself, Latimus, and Chicken. We have been going back and forth, back and forth. We've been actually arguing on who I want to fit into this team. They want someone else. I want another person, but the majority is going to rule here, and we're going to take Reg.
And how about that democracy at work right there? And the people have spoken, and the people want Reg to come up back again with, I think he was on the St. Paul Senators last season before getting replaced with Gatman. So another crack at the St. Paul franchise, given a second chance. He's been, super, super good, really mechanical, really fun to play with. I love his comms. He's just a joy to play with, and, super happy for Reg there.
Yeah, it's great to see, again, like you said, another stab at the franchise. Hopefully, we'll be seeing some good performances this upcoming season. 2 picks left, though, from Jelp and Stero. This is not going to be easy.
This is going to be crazy. Like, just, some of the players that have, been playing, and, there's just so much talent still. And wow, I mean, the Challenger League is no cakewalk either. This is going to be just stacked, and it feels like each season just stacks on top of each other. It's going to be just stacks on stacks. So it's just going to be crazy. But I'm going to shut up now because it looks like Jelp is at the podium. He is ready to go.
Hello, is this thing on?
Yes.
Yep. What a day. Thank you all for hosting up there. I know we got one more team, Stero, blankly staring, but to round out our squad of Slow Hands McGee and Kai, I think it's time to get a bit of longer term experience here. Someone who's been in it since the beginning, a very head of the game. And I think it's time to get him a championship. And thus, with the 35th pick of the Season 5 MNCS draft, the Brainerd Victory will be selecting Mexi.
Wow. Mexi, back at it. Old teammate of mine, Minneapolis Miracle Boy from Season 1, back at it again in the Premier League to round out the Brainerd Victory.
Yeah, Mexi. Some call him the Turbo Pulsa of Minnesota. It's not going to stop until he lifts that MNCS trophy. So excited to see him back in the top league here in Premier. It should be an awesome season. Again, one of the players I have been expecting to be picked. Excited to see that he made it through the 3rd round. And to close it off, we're going to have one more player out of this massive, massive pool. Again, let me get that final count. Because honestly, it is worth saying again, I am just so impressed with the amount of signups that we got this season. 148. There were 148 of us that signed up to compete in the Minnesota Championship Series leagues. And one of you that hasn't already been drafted are going to make it as our last drafted player in Premier. So pick 36, this is going to be a huge one. A lot of people hoping that this is finally their day, finally the moment that they get in. And regardless, it's going to be awesome for our Challengers League as well for that draft. As you mentioned, high competition, high stakes. So for this next player, they're probably going to have the most to prove out of the league. As being, right in between that line of Challenger and Premier, it's going to be a lot of pressure on them to prove their worth as number 36 pick. So we'll give that last GM, Stero, a couple more minutes here, and as soon as that time runs out, we will be hearing the pick.
Yeah, and, you've got Zodak, you've got North, 2 really, really good, really mechanical players. That are going to go for, Zodak probably. I don't know how I mean, Zodek is really, really, really good, and I think he's just gotten even better lately. So, very scary team so far. North, obviously, is just so good at reading the game. I feel like he's just always there to break up a pass or try to get a pass off, and his shooting is just ridiculous. But anyhow, Stero is going to round out his team. Go ahead.
Yeah. Pick number 36, our final pick of the draft. Let's hear it.
Alrighty. So after a few drinks and a long discussion, we have decided to pick as our 36th pick Magic.
Wow. How about that? I would have expected to see a potential last man coming through, but it looks like Stero's going full aggression with Magic, who has been previously on the St. Cloud, who's now going to be going into the Minneapolis Miracles with Zodek and North. And
Yeah.
how about that, folks? Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the end of the Premier Season 5 draft, and people are going wild right now. My PC is very slow right now. I think we're gonna go to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
All right, here you guys are cool.
Good shit, boys.
Yeah!
Let's
go. What a draft.
Going pretty well.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
I did not expect that.
I was
Damn.
afraid I was going to be like unsatisfied with my team, but I'm very happy with how my team turned out.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
ridiculous.
This is gonna be fun.
I wasn't
I'm-
kidding when I said I appreciate you guys leaving Volt Destroy for third round. Oh my God,
Dude,
appreciate
I think Tibbles drafted the championship team. First day, Tibbles champion.
I don't know about that.
I think
I
there's
don't know,
there's
Some
definitely
multiple terrifying
Yeah,
rosters.
there's
I don't
there's-
know.
there's-
I'm on this Rochester train.
yeah, there's definitely plenty of
Who
terrifying
did
teams, I
Rochester
think,
get?
So Vanish, Horrors, and Conundrum.
Wow.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
that's scary.
excited. There's a lot of good teams, dude.
I was
definitely
Yeah.
not
low key.
one
I'm
winning
pissed
team.
that fucking Conundrum got sniped.
Yeah.
I was looking at him.
It's funny.
Third round, sniped
Uh,
30, number 30.
Off with Vanish again. Let's go.
Well, that's because Grape got
Update
sniped.
the last pick.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
go
have
talk
everybody
with
go
people,
quiet
too.
for a second. Yeah, you guys can leave. Free to join. We should all join the
Please,
general
guys.
chat and have a party at the yacht after this. But Karin and well, one of you guys needs to do this. You guys don't both have to do this, but I'd like for you guys to do a quick run through the rosters before we send it off.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. So
What are these?
I'm gonna go join the
shirts. What's
the
happening?
chat watch party.
all right. Can you able to like do a full thing, or do you want me to make rosters real quick on that one sheet? I can do that.
Look at the stream.
Stream good? Okay, yeah, that's good.
Is that cool?
Yeah, and then we'll just have Karin, like walk us through the picks, and then go ahead and send it off. Say thanks to everybody. Then it'll be epic.
Cool. Yeah, give me a second here. I had to create a new scene, and now I have no audio
Oh,
in that scene.
whoops.
Yeah, it happens. It ain't no thing. I just need to find it.
Where? You just walk across it.
Ah.
If you walk across the land, you'll.
Oh my
you'll
god, we're
get
so
there.
cute.
I see the boat.
Slip high.
Dude!
Wait, Vanish.
Oh yeah, we gotta go to the after party, boys.
Flower.
Party.
I've already drank so much.
Want to play some pool?
What the fuck?
Yo, what's up?
I was
with
already
that?
at the
Do not consent to that.
I just drank as low as 4. Ah.
I have so many glass
Guys, right
bottles.
click
I'm
the
just gonna
check-in person at the desk.
I'm just gonna throw all the bottles into the.
Come back to where he
I
spawned
am
us in.
littering.
And click the check-in guy.
I am harming the environment.
I got the boat.
Like,
Let's go, environment harmony.
Why is
Arbus
raining
from the sky? Literally just give us more drinks.
Slow. Yo, Duluth, Bemidji, Burnsville.
Under the boat.
Wait, where'd we go?
I only got you go underground, under the boat. I'm inside the boat, motherfuckers. Woo!
Why does the Rising Star Punch have a -60 speed modifier?
To reflect
Bars littering.
That feels derogatory. Yeah, and also it's bad. I got 5 of them.
Wait, how'd you get nausea?
Yo, why does someone have a diamond enchanted sword? What the fuck?
Ooh, what's this? I'm just picking up.
I have a
punch
present
off
for
the
you.
ground.
Toast knows what's up. Oh fuck.
Do you like it?
Guys, let's go sit down in the pool. The pool
Holy
on the
cow,
second
guys!
to top
That was.
table.
Yeah, that was nuts.
I can't believe that like all of the players I thought I was gonna have access to on my first pick were drafted.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that I would have access to pace, but then I was like, because I hadn't considered that, I was like scrambling.
Interesting picks.
I made it to the very top of the boat.
Quack, what are you wearing?
I like how I just kept going later and later.
I'm wearing the Bemidji Lumberjack.
I don't, because you took Pope.
Sounds like you're.
We've
I
all
got
wanted
sniped.
Pope, and you were just like, "Oh my God, someone please stop him!"
So many drinks, get drunk, boys! Woohoo!
Let's get drunk.
That's a party. Lots to drink.
I'm good, bye.
They should have a function where you just black out.
Yeah, you know, I
That's,
didn't get Pope or grape. This is an L day.
You'll live.
L team lose.
Vanish. Come to
What? Hi.
Rangers.
Oh,
I got
what?
grape. I got
Oh,
grape.
okay,
So.
cool. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
No, but Vanish, like Conundrum sounded so shocked when you picked
Dude,
him. Like,
it's sad, bro. I was like,
it
what?
sounded like you had hurt that man.
I was like,
last
what, dude? What did I do? It's like, wow, you know,
I did.
That's surprised. Really surprised.
What?
It's like, bro.
Hi. I can make everybody sit up. Yeah.
The pool.
That was sad because
The pool.
Ambrosia didn't
I'm
like
gonna
us
hit the
standing on the
pit.
chandelier.
Oh, where'd it go?
Should we all grab a drink and do shots?
Are we doing shots? Pool shots?
Everybody.
Oh gosh.
What?
I don't want to be in the pool.
Nope. You're in the pool.
You don't get a choice. Good fuck.
That's crazy.
Is Tibbles in here?
I'm here.
Dude, your suit looks great.
Thank you. You can thank Jelp for that. He made it.
Yeah.
Do you like my really high quality MNCS skin?
Yeah. That's awesome.
Oh,
Guys, are we in the metaverse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to hit
Minnesota verse.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's the big idea?
Dude, I am just slamming down drinks. Yeah, I just bought so many bottles in this pool.
It's a dangerous pool.
Some more?
There's a
This
shield.
is the kind of thing that like gets published to the news.
I'm still pissed I didn't get drafted.
Who's that?
Dude, come on.
Shut the fuck up.
My bad.
Oh, my big. 129 people are stuck inside a Minecraft server after a Minnesota Championship Series event.
Yeah. Like people got wasted on a boat and drowned in a pool after a virtual Minecraft
In a one
event.
slab high pool, half a block high pool.
Yeah.
Dude,
The pool quickly filled with
there's not a
vomit.
team that isn't scary.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It's got to be built different.
Dude, and so many of the people, I feel like so many of the teams like don't run as much
Stop
of a risk
pushing
as
me
teams
off.
have in the past for like kind of flaming out or just like losing integrity, I guess.
I feel like all the
Onto-
GMs
onto-
did, like, pretty well.
Onto 6, 13,
Like, it's hard to have a
onto
bad draft
6,
here.
0, and 13 teams.
Yo, are you gonna fill out the official draft in the draft predictions?
I will. Or, well, I'll do it in.
I guess it's called copy of official draft.
Yeah.
Who wants some paper? Pick up, you get paper.
Thank you.
Of course, sad day, buddy.
So I was told.
All right, I can start filling out these teams.
My inventory is full of leather
on
chest
your
plates.
team sheet. Gonna be some funky copy and pasting, but whatever.
I'm putting all my leather chest plates in a shulker box and hiding it underground.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Although I don't think I got them all, so I'm kind of sad about that. But you know.
Okay, Bemidji drafted.
You know
Zebra
what happened to
Veltri.
the first round pick of me, huh?
I'm glad Slip got drafted. He got a pretty good team.
Likewise.
Me too. I'm very glad.
I bet.
Nice, like fuck! I got drafted, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, and I wanted to farm seal him.
Tibbo's
Not again.
intimidating everyone
Not
with his
again.
sword.
I'm getting cinematics.
Oh shit! I almost fell off the boat.
It's hype. What? Why isn't this working?
How do I buy drinks? How do I get drinks?
You
I
right
don't know,
click
I
the
just-
sign. I can give you some.
You have to ask slow
People just
nicely.
drop 'em.
I'll give you somebody.
You see, the thing about running in half slab of water is it actually feels like you're running. Because, you know, have you ever ran in water before?
No.
You know? It like, you just pick up your feet, and it's the same thing in Minecraft. Just gotta pick up your feet.
Whoa!
Oh shit, I fell off the boat. I fell off the boat. Help! Help! Ah! I can't get out of here. I'm stuck in. Okay.
Can we get a Minecraft music plugin where we can pump some jams in here? Because
Oh.
that's kind of missing.
Pump up the jams.
We can get
Oh,
a-
yeah,
Somebody
right.
wants to
Please.
cue up the music.
You could just stay on the stream, I guess, if you want some tunes.
Do do do.
Big Step's pretty lit, right?
Is this the warm side of the hot tub?
we
I
can make
just
it the
peed
warm
there.
side. Hey yo.
Hey yo!
I like how Sleeveless Ken is manning the camera for.
This is copyrighted.
Play the new one. The
This is the new one.
no, the other new one.
I have a new one in my chest.
Hold on.
Lana Ray or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's actually goated on the tracks.
Wait, that one was a banger.
This one
Stop playing.
fucking
Yeah.
slaps. No, this one.
Oh, this one's
This one goes
even
so
better
hard.
banger. I'm turning up the music.
Cranking it.
Can I get it?
Crush that Diet Coke, Gray.
So I don't think it matters if it's copyrighted since the stream isn't hearing it. Oh no, man, that other one kind of slapped.
Yeah, that one was way better.
No, this one's so bad.
Nah, play that other one.
You're just fucking
I
wrong.
like the other one too.
Nah, you
It's
guys.
both good. It's both agree to disagree.
No, this is
Been
war.
voted.
Riot.
This is war.
This is more
Murdering
after
everybody
party
on this
music.
boat.
Yo, what is going on Ken's stream right now? It's going crazy.
Yo, wait.
There's
are
like
we
a
playing
raid.
again?
Flip, where are you?
Where am I?
What do you guys think? Successful draft or not?
I was hanging out on the pool.
No, I was filling out the draft sheet.
Oh.
Let's make a different venue for a show, man.
Two different venue.
2 days. A log cabin. That's all you get.
Dude, that'd
Do
be
you guys
sick.
think this is a replacement?
Log cabins.
Is there any reason not to do it? Is there any reason not to do it in the venue again for Seal and MRS?
No, we would do it in there.
Now let's do it in the pool next time.
Damn.
I can't be like in a voice chat for the next for that one.
Yeah, that's fine. We can just have somebody speak for you if we do it in Minecraft again.
Yeah. Did you message Mako, Prussia? Have you been messaging?
Not for the second pick, 'cause he wasn't back yet, but for the.
I was curious how that was happening because I figured you'd want to like go by him,
we had agreed on like a list like weeks before.
Oh wait,
okay.
can we see the list now?
Oh,
Yeah.
You should be able to give us a list.
I might be using it for some players that dropped down.
Oh. God dang it.
Who's gonna host the next two
Yo, wait. So, are we gonna get the pick order next? let's get those salaries. Come on, I want to know the next.
I'm
pick
working
order.
on it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
It's making it so that
It's on Monday. I got combine still.
I know. Going as fast as I can with this copy and pasting. I'm sweating over here. This draft was intense.
So, scrims anyone?
Yeah, I'm gonna scrims anyone?
Yeah,
See him on
6 man.
combines? See him on combines?
Calendar combine.
Yeah, he's giving
right
tours
now.
to everybody.
Can
The Ken
just
Cam
like
was
Hey there,
sick.
Ken.
you can just end stream whenever it drops below like 30 viewers.
Actually, I'm gonna raid probably.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
we're gonna end.
We gotta keep that to consistency.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
even
true.
know. I don't know.
About time you're MMCS grape, what the fuck?
Who should we raid? Taking
Minneapolis
Ooh,
Prodigies
raid
represent.
here. Let me see.
Represent, yeah, 2 out of 3, baby. I'm coming next season, don't you worry.
Is there any people we know that are streaming? Or does anybody want to?
Maleficent.
Is Maleficent streaming?
Maleficent.
Wait, didn't some shit happen with him though?
What do you mean?
Did he go to jail?
Wait, no, that's a different guy. Never mind.
Yeah, no. Let's host Maleficent after we drop below 40.
What's the actual channel name?
Oh, we're getting partner?
How do you spell that?
Somebody send Maleficent to.
Dude, guys, hear me out.
No.
We need more viewers, so we need to get partnered. So why don't we, instead of hosting a league, we just host a draft every night?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, we had technical issues with the last draft. We're gonna have to redraft again.
How many times do you think we could do it in a week?
Or we do a round where like GMs have the ability to like steal players.
Be funny. Holy. Win.
Big success, boys.
Yeah.
That was super fun.
Great.
Good alternative to the V1 headquarters draft.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a banger. Banger.
That was sick for a replacement.
So much. It's kind of a crazy how much work went into this.
Yeah, this
Great.
Minecraft stuff is sick.
Dude, this was a grind.
I mean, I literally was like on it. I had to be on my. I know a lot of people did, but like I was on my toes the whole time, constantly changing stuff out, giving people ranks.
We were sending messages back and forth. I was like, "Slow, I need your opinion."
and messaging my team because I didn't expect to get drafted until 3rd round.
Lat fell so far and it was such a shocker. Dude, chicken.
Yeah, that's like
chicken
the
lat
fall of the
red.
draft.
Yeah, that's gonna be annoying.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm a couple of good games, bro.
that team's gonna be wild or bad.
Yeah.
I think it's more likely to be wild.
Yeah, I think they can all like solo play out as third man though, so that's the problem. Because
Yeah,
they'll
but they
like rush.
are all going to all solo play all at the same time.
Yeah, so they might not be able to score, but I don't think they're gonna get scored on very much.
It's gonna be like season 2 if we say Cloud, where all 3 of them go up for air dribble at the same time.
Rip Lucid.
So he just decided not to sign for the
He's in Arizona. It's
Yeah,
like for the best that he's not playing though. It's like
He was tired of getting him.
it's too hard on his team
Yeah,
for
true.
him to be on it.
Team roster after great beat him in game 5.
Wait, can we talk about how many good players are left for CLMN?
Great.
Dude, Ducano has to go.
Yeah, CLMN, I think right now there's like a few like hard carries that are still like available. That could just like win the whole thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I think there are a lot of really good players available, but I think CLMN is or Challenger is more like densely packed than it's ever been. So I feel like the hard carry era is a little bit gone.
Yeah, I'm definitely more prepared for like Challenger than I am for MNC or Premier this season. Like going into the draft, I should say.
I mean, geez, like I figured this would happen. Like with the draft predictions, they're all pretty similar, right? And then like multiple things go haywire, and then it's like, oh well.
Well, one thing goes differently, like Mako getting drafted by
Yeah,
Prussia, and then
I had that in the real prediction.
What was the most
but then-
unpredicted pick?
It was like
Slow.
I mean, slow.
First round was
Yeah, you were slow.
first rounder.
Ambrosia, were you banking on no one picking Fuego because they didn't know who he was?
I was
Wait,
not.
where did Fuego go?
I probably would have took Bowie
You
over
went with
everybody else
Oliver.
there, but Fuego was still available.
Yeah.
So, happy to have him.
Stay hydrated,
Well, and
guys.
you're going to
Make
be
sure
on a
you
team with
drink
him
water.
too, which I feel like makes it an easier pick for you, like than for me, because then I'd be competing with your time, and he literally told me that he was going to prioritize CRL.
Yeah.
So it's tough.
It makes sense. Dorka. There's Dorka.
Happy that Dorka went. Happy that Bowie went.
Dude,
Yeah, that
I
Papo
really
didn't
wanted
go.
Bowie, but I couldn't pass up on Fuego.
I still think it's wild that like Papo, PC, and iChaotic are still not in.
PC, I was surprised PC didn't go.
Yeah, that PC was making. I did.
Well,
I thought
but I
making
mean,
last season
honestly,
too.
it all comes down to like once you have one or two players, if they don't want to play with somebody, then your hands are kind of tied.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, dude. Your pick. Who'd you pick last? Because I didn't even have them in the top. Magic. I didn't even
Magic.
have him in the top 6 of players I thought you might be drafting.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I
Damn, just
had,
yeah, no.
like,
What the
players
fuck?
I liked and
Oh.
players I didn't like, and then I just said, like to North and Zodak, I was like, hey, these are the players I'm definitely not going to draft, and here's all the open possibilities. Like, what do you guys think? And then they narrowed it down to like 2, and of those 2,
It was Magic
Hey,
and Papo.
I got a question.
Sure.
It was Zodak messaged me. He said if Magic wasn't available, they were picking Papo.
Can we get Purg to have the SSL thing? Because he's SSL right now in 3s and 1s.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yes.
Where's
Did
Mark?
update on the side.
Imagine that puts him over Terra.
No, I already
redraft?
updated his
Just
rank.
the icon,
Just
it's just the icon.
Update the icon. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
No, you should check the numbers just for fun.
We did check numbers earlier today, I believe.
We
Did
did.
Bergs get updated?
Yep.
We did it this
That's all
morning.
ones
Or I
and
guess
threes.
this
Everybody
afternoon.
got updated.
Yeah.
Dude, Purg is literally elephant, I swear. If you've been in
Dude.
a call with both of them, they sound the exact same, and they do the yes sir the exact same way too. It's kind of creepy.
I should have paid somebody to just grind ahead of me. I should have been like,
Yeah,
there's
you
a
shoulda,
$100
bro.
commission for the first person to grind up like higher than me.
Oh, we never announced the thing, Tara, the gift card.
Yeah, I thought about that like
Oh, okay.
midway through, and then I was like, but I don't know, it was a lot.
Could have done it as a halftime show.
Good with the 5-minute breaks. Too much pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. I needed
Alright,
those
what do we
breaks.
got?
There should have been a halftime
Ooh,
show.
the
of
ratings
this
are
week.
coming together. They're coming together. Ambrosia's making progress.
So much. Too much.
You know what would be
I
funny?
can
We can
help.
do that
I'm gonna help.
tomorrow.
I'm filling my
I'm
squad
doing it
here.
right now.
I'm
We
gonna
can do
fill
that
in my
tomorrow,
squad.
Slow.
For the GMs,
Oh,
you know what you should do? That'd be really funny. That would make your players probably mauled.
What?
After each series, you review the replays, and you take a shot that was missed, and you make them do a training pack.
Hey Ken, I'm gonna
Is there
raid
another
now.
stream going on tomorrow?
Alrighty, cool.
Wait, are we streaming the?
And carry stream.
Yeah, we still had 44 viewers.
That's sick.
So when's the next draft?
Monday night.
Monday, same time or?
No, I think it's 6. Like,
It'll be 6. Cause,
yeah, then that
Okay.
push back. Is there like a host for that yet?
I believe so. Not mistaken, it would be Ken again. But I don't remember if that's confirmed.
Zodak.
I missed the CLMN draft when I did it last season, so I need to do it.
Wait, how do you make these half slab things vertical?
Where?
What?
Are they trap doors? You mean?
Can you have rock track doors? Oh, they're fences.
Oh, they're walls.
They're the
Walls.
yeah, they're the
that's
stone.
walls.
Oh, it's just walls. Yeah.
Where'd like the draft go with all the selected people?
I hid that for now, just so I can have the registered
Yo, they
players.
got a
If
buffet
you go to
out
the
here.
premiere sheet, you can see the teams coming together.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Bro, these
Is it
ratings
where,
are
like, the
actually
predictions
really,
are?
really close.
Yeah, why are they so close? This sucks.
Guys,
Well,
I
except
literally
for Ambrosia,
just-
yours is way high.
Yo, what's up, Mego?
Hey,
But-
what's up,
Oh,
boys?
where are you seeing
I
this?
literally just got back from
Off
my
the plane.
vacation.
I'm vacationer.
Welcome back. Now you can go on vacation in Minecraft on the yacht.
Did you
Yeah,
do
man.
you know you got picked?
Yeah, it's me, DJ, and Burf.
You like
Yeah.
that team?
Gonna be pretty dope.
Me and
I
Burf have a
think.
lot of
I like
chemistry
that
from
team.
Empire. That's an added bonus.
Yeah. That's
I
a
haven't
really-
played a whole lot with either of them, but I'm looking forward to it.
I could tell you that DJ is really fun to play with.
Yeah.
He's super
He's
chill.
really he's got to
Good
be
hype
like
man
top
as well.
5 players that are easiest to play around.
Damn,
for me.
what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Beans, what
Make
does?
it-
Dude,
see
every
any-
time I play
see some of these teams?
against DJ, he just snipes everything, bro. It's a
I'm looking
pain.
at the teams right now. I can't believe Mexi fell to 35.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
I'm
he's
not
so
surprised.
underrated.
I'm
you
surprised he
gotta
made it
pick him
to
high.
MNCS, to be honest. I thought he
I'm
was
also
for sure gone,
surprised Lat went.
I thought it was gonna be.
the
I thought it was
biggest-
gonna be PC. I thought
PC
PC.
McDang.
I thought PC was gonna replace.
Like
PC McDaniel.
Lat falling to 15 is probably the highest fall of the draft.
Oh, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Midas?
Not-
What do you guys
not-
think
It
on
doesn't
Open?
look
Midas
too
not
crazy
open
compared to
only?
what I
Well,
was. predicting.
no. Well, if we're
Volt
talking
fell for
technically,
other
Volt is
reasons.
like the lowest.
The highest.
Yeah,
fall.
I think
Yeah,
everybody
but-
could have probably told you Volt was not going like top 10 or 12 though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
feel like he. Well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ratings are
know everyone's
so
opinions on him.
freaking close.
But
No,
if we're
no,
just
just like-
talking about like raw skill, he's way better than most of the people pick second round.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Who's-
just like the comms and some of the issues players had playing with him.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's definitely interesting to play with.
Like that's why the player chemistry form was quite influential, I think, for some players. It was also, I don't know, I think Lat dropping that far may have partially been because of the chemistry form. Because
Oh yeah, he had like 3 players.
he had 3 players and he said he played bad with everybody else.
Yeah, that's probably.
He like
So,
hardcore tanked his
Hero,
own draft up.
Zodak, Prussia.
Guys, so who's Fours and who's Fuego? I don't
Great,
remember
how do you
seeing
know
those
about it?
people.
Dude, Fours is absolutely cracked. He's like 1700 on ranked, but he is like really, really wild. Good third man, really smart player.
Is he like Three's brother?
His fifth sister.
Fuego comes from whatchamacallit, Northwood University. Yeah, the school that I go to, no crap.
No crap.
And
What do you call it?
I'm calling cap on that, bro.
he's
I don't buy
pretty
it.
good.
I don't buy it.
Flow in the gang, bro.
Fuego's like what do I compare him to? I don't know. I guess Fours and Fuego are similar.
I haven't get to see much of any of that. I
Fuego
played with
reminds
him
me
and
of
he was
like a
"Oh,
six-man's
carry me."
player, like Chicken.
Less like idiot though.
Forz is so
Oh, yeah.
smart, and he's mechanical too.
How do
get
you-
a
how do
lot
you-
of
wait, wait.
Players that are really pretty smart that are not like crazy mechanical, and I feel like he's one of those special guys.
Wait, you can learn
I'm
not to be
ahead
an
of-
idiot. I don't buy it.
Later.
I'm calling cap.
Have a good one, boys. Thank you.
Yeah, there's some pretty solid fucking teams.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out who I want my teammates to be.
I will say AO and Volt Destroyer probably works really well together.
Oh, we were playing ranked earlier and we were clapping.
Yeah.
And then Purge is Purge. I like to call him Purge.
Purge is
I
crazy,
feel like
dude.
Purge is a cooler name, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
but
Purge the
yeah,
field of all the boosts.
he's also. I feel like I could compare like Forz and Purge, but I think I get Forz the edge a little bit. But other than that,
Yeah, I think they're similar.
They're
very
very
much.
similar. Yeah.
Ouch! Cal's tier list puts me very low.
Blame him. Draft him,
Wait.
but then just insta drop him.
Tier list. Now we have a list for teams.
It's the tier list.
All right, now we do now we fill out the challenger.
Where's this? Where's this? I want to do it.
I was tired of not seeing any tier lists.
Any reverse pick, Sealamon?
Honestly, I don't even. It really depends on like.
He said
who gets the
Fugio.
first pick and where the
I don't
picks
think
end
I'll
up
go
going.
first pick. I'll probably go like fourth pick or something.
I say I'm probably go 5th through 15.
I don't know, like tier list. I'd put like Bemidji up.
Yeah. But Midgey's gonna be fucking crazy.
Hey, Taro.
I get worried about Beltry.
Wait, who's calling my name?
Can you click off of Magic real quick so I can take a picture?
Yeah, wherever that I have like 15 sheets open.
Okay, that's good. Thanks.
Okay.
Mission
Wait, what
accomplished.
was your White Bear Lakers represent?
Who are the White Bear
terrible.
Lakers?
Who are the
that?
White Bear Lakers?
Who's that?
Yeah,
I don't
who's
know.
that? Never heard of him before.
Different time, different person.
Yo, who playing 6 guys?
6 guys.
6 guys.
Yo, I love doing 6 dudes. I mean,
Wait a second.
I don't know, but 5 guys is pretty good.
Hey yo.
What? Wait, did it go?
What?
No.
What?
And like the really beneficial thing for players that like didn't get drafted that could have gone like Saber, Papo, like Ikeotic, PC, players like that, like there's like a good chance within like the first like couple of weeks or like 5-6 weeks that
Fuck,
like
I didn't mean to send
like
that.
a third is not gonna work out and then they're gonna wanna like either find someone in free agency or bring you up.
Yeah, I was
That's
thinking that
kinda
too.
like
Like,
I feel like there's gonna
if
be
I
more
play
of that
good
than
enough.
last season.
I do too, because like last season, some trades really worked out.
And some
Didn't someone trade and then win? Like,
Am I gonna make it 3 seasons in a row where I get saved by a mid-season pickup? Vanished last season, Zebra the season before.
saved.
Honestly, two like the top, pretty much not the top 2 picks, but jeez,
Oh
insane
shit.
players.
Yeah, Malachus joins the league and joins your team.
Oh snap! Here we go.
He even good anymore?
Oh snap!
I mean, probably not, but he'll make smarter decisions than most people.
Yeah.
He's not
go up to
super
my
good
dog and be
anymore.
like,
Like
"Oh,
he's still
don't pick my
probably top 5 premier.
Great. I just sent you a friend request in Discord.
Oh my gosh! My
I
oh
get
my
say on
God.
Rocket League. I'm like, bruh.
Friend request.
I'm Taro's friend now, guys. Get on my level.
Wait, you guys weren't friends before? That's
Yeah,
cringe.
somehow.
no shot. It was official now.
Yo, I think my position being pick 6, like Snake basically doesn't affect me. It's like the same as
Well, there's no middle, so you get 6 and 7.
Yeah.
6
Six.
again.
so it basically doesn't affect 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Really. Interesting. Okay. So I'm gonna have to plan a draft strategy that is exactly the opposite of what I just had to do.
Yes.
I'm gonna go eat a burrito.
So is this gonna be same time on Wait, is it gonna be 5 o'clock on Monday? When
Bye,
is it?
Toast. Let's play some 6 mans later.
I think it's.
I gotta do my
Yeah,
final.